I restarted it won't hook to the Wi-Fi. But I didn't know that. For sure. I'm gonna start eating peanut butter by itself.
Hello. Welcome to Let's Talk Tuesday. I'm going to say hello to Brother Troy. Hi, Brother Troy.
Bionic home slice.
Bionic home slice. Okay. There's Avid, Fisherman of Men. Hello. There is Lone Cross Scotty. Hi, Scotty. Welcome in. Hope the timer makes a noise to wake us up. LOL. I hear you talking. We hear you. It's okay. It is okay. We was just waiting. That's all we was doing. We was just waiting. He was talking about how his phone is just being ridiculous.
Ignorant.
Yes. I forgot to mute my that's what I did last time. I muted myself so that y'all couldn't.
We didn't talk crap about nobody. So
exactly. We didn't. So
amazing.
Yeah. So you can as long as it wasn't dirty. That's funny. But yeah, as you can see, you heard us. We weren't talking about anybody, so we was waiting, and
phone's stupid.
His phone is stupid. Like, it restarts by itself, and he could be watching something,
or on the phone with somebody,
and then all of a sudden it just decides that it's gonna restart, and so he needs a new phone.
Yeah.
Yes. And to think, you were the last one to get an upgrade on your phone.
Yeah. I'm kind of hard on phones, I guess.
Simply Just Krista. Hi. Hello. How old is the phone? Honestly, probably about...
I don't know. It's over a year.
A little over a year.
2.
Something like that.
Not old enough for it to be acting this
No. Stupid. Not old, not an old enough, but y'all, he works.
I drop it.
He drops it at work, and that's probably what's happening
and my
there.
Little headset thing.
Yeah.
It won't stay connected. I can touch the phone a wrong way, and it won't connect to my Bluetooth anymore. And then I gotta wait for it to reconnect. It's just stupid.
Yes. Ace, hello. Phones, right? There is Robbie and Sonia, the wild huckleberry. Hello. How are the puppies doing?
No.
Never do an update. My phone automatically does the updates. But I don't have a problem with my phone just yet.
And you use...
And I use it
yours a
whole
lot more.
There's Peter, Old Man King Homestead. Hello. Is it an iPhone? No.
Lord, no.
It's not. It's a my phone, not an iPhone. We
And
have
Androids. You know what Lou
Androids.
said? I had X when I was a guard because one of the apps I had to have, like, I needed the iPhone. So I had an X because I used to have iPhones. I have nothing against iPhones, but it still works. Face uses it because it still works just fine.
Hi, Jovita. Welcome in. There is Dill and Nana, 9 Acre Family Farm. Hello. We're eating supper watching.
Did Sean change his name because now it's got numbers after it and it's got an app?
Listen.
Or does YouTube do that sometimes?
I need to figure out. Okay, so when you go into it's an update on YouTube. So
it's a YouTube. Okay.
That now it does
an
at. If you go into the chat, it's yes, and it is very frustrating because I cannot stand the at system. I know.
I just didn't know if maybe Sean changed his handle or something.
No. That's still Sean. Let's try a water hose will fix it, Chris. The puppies are good. They're getting out of the pen. Uh-oh.
They tend to do that.
Let's see. I've never had problems with my Android.
I'm just hard on the
Yes, phone. He's hard on his phone, and I think that it is now coming back to just it's irritating him because, like I said, I have the same phone, and I do a lot of stuff. I'm constantly on it.
11 o'clock in the morning.
But that's only because I'm on it
but
constantly.
You're on it all the time.
Yeah, I'm on it constantly.
I hardly ever use mine.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. Awesome. It has rained all
It's rained since Friday.
iPhone is the best.
I never had a problem with the iPhone. My problem with the iPhone is they bring out another one every 6 months, and it's the same thing as the old one. They just change one little thing, and they charge you $1,600 for it, and it's just that's too much for phones and stuff. For what little I do with it, let's put it that way. Now, when I was a guard and I used my phone for work a lot, then yes, it got great having an iPhone. Had the 128 gig phone. Because I had a lot of stuff on it, and for that purpose and that use case, the iPhone was definitely the choice. I just don't use it like that anymore. I don't. It was a need.
Yeah.
To have the iPhone then, because it worked better with the apps I had to use for the guard stuff and all that good crap. But now I just don't. I don't have the need to pay the extra. And yeah,
I don't even know how much rain we got over here.
It depends on where they count it, because there's places. But hey, Tulsa got.
I'm not complaining.
4-5 inches. There's places that got like 7. I mean, it just depends on where.
I'm not complaining because let me tell you, our pond is full again.
Yes, it is.
The animals are happy.
It was getting pretty stinky.
What woman isn't on the phone all the time? Oops, did I just say that? I am constantly on my phone, let me tell you, because I not only do just YouTube, I do the Facebook side, I do the TikTok, I do the Instagram, I'm doing all the social medias. I am, and on my personal, because I got two Facebook sites. I got the one for the Leonard Mountain, and then I got the one for myself. So yeah, I'm constantly on it. Not only that, I'm answering emails, I'm answering calls, and yeah, I'm listening to music because I listen to music when we're at the gym. So I'm constantly on my phone.
I don't anymore.
Musgrave Family Farm. Hello. Welcome in. Easy on the banjos. That hits home. In the rain gauge. Still raining here. 40 degrees here. It's gotten chillier outside.
Yeah, about 3 o'clock today it started.
Yeah. Hello, buttons, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how cold it is. I do know that is it tomorrow that's supposed to be the coolest, or is it sometime later this week?
Tomorrow morning is supposed to be very chilly.
Yeah, tomorrow morning is supposed to be pretty chilly. But there's one day out of this week that is supposed to be like the coldest. I mean, this whole week is going to be like 50s and 60s. But hey, I'll take it. I'm all right with that. I actually slept without the AC one night. Not last night.
Mm-mm.
Night before I did. And that is surprising, y'all, because I don't ever sleep without the AC. And only because um I I like to listen to it's weird. I have to have some kind of noise. And with the noise of the AC, I stayed asleep. It is so quiet without the AC going. Currently, let's see. I like that shirt, Amy. Thanks, Scotty. It was one of our first ones. As you can tell, it is the smaller letters under Leonard. It was the first logo of the OG.
The OG logo.
Of the OG, and then we made it where the Leonard. Yeah, we changed the font a little bit on that.
And then we got Critterfied and never looked back.
Yeah, currently 83 degrees with the feel like 86 here in South Texas. Wow. We just watched Amy and Chris wrangle chickens earlier. He did. He watched the video. That was funny, y'all. I actually caught the chicken. It was funny though, trying to see me try and catch the chicken, and then this one was on the outside of the fence in another part of the yard, just a little ways up, and he was watching this happen, and then he saw when the chicken flew over the gate, and he just started laughing. Yeah. There is Derek Fowler. Hi, Derek. How are you? Just light the stove. Let's see. There is Palmetto Parrot. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let's see. Palmetto Paratrooper. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's 45 here. Heat's been on for 3 weeks. Ooh, we don't do the heat until it's like really, really cold. Like I said, it could be snowing outside and I will still have the AC on. Let's see. That bird dog looks good. She's so cute, isn't she? That trailer mover is next level, Chris.
Yeah, I took my time on that one.
Yeah, he took his time on that. It took a little while,
but I wanted it to be exactly what I wanted it to be. So
yeah.
If you rush it, yes, you can get it done and it'll work. But I wanted it to.
Sorry, y'all.
I wanted it to be right. So
yeah.
I took my time.
It's 48 here. Only 2 radiators are working in our new place. Have to have them come fix it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Let's see. That dog is barking to come in.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. He's barking at Faith to let him in. Oh, no. Oh, no. But it's working out great, y'all. Like, my chickens are getting along. Of course, you have that pecking order in the very beginning when you put chickens together that haven't been with each other. But it's working out. My roosters are getting along. They also had to go at it and see who was the bigger rooster in the pen, and they're getting along now. So it all worked out, and I should have did that in the very beginning. Um, put those two roosters together and all those hens, and then took out the roos. Let's see. I just paid 300 for someone to change a starter because you have to unbolt the transmission support bracket to even see it.
The starter on that Mustang is gonna be a
Ooh.
nightmare.
There's Dakota and Shayla. Fear Not Farm. Hello, hello.
Because the headers are in the way of getting the starter manipulated. It's not gonna be fun.
When he starts talking like car stuff, I just shake my head in agreement, like, okay.
She has no
Sure.
idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool story, bro.
Let's see. Wow, I can't believe that Amy and Chris went to Evie Mux. What? Dang. What? We went where? We went where? Evie Mux. What is that? I'm gonna wait. Look. I got angry just listening to him struggle to put that bracket back on. I hate working on cars so much. Goes in one ear and out the other, right, Amy? Yes. Yes. Like there when I seriously ask him a question about something that I really want to know an answer for, I'll say, okay, this may sound like a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. And so just to see how the car, stuff, the engine's going, or, stuff that makes a car run and all that other good stuff, I will ask questions. But when he starts talking about certain stuff, it's like,
yeah. Well, you get a
okay.
kick out of this. We were working on electrical at work today. And if you don't know, when we do electrical, they always have me do it.
Yeah, because you're the
I
electrician.
was the electrician.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we were switching switches around from regular switches to three-way switches and all that crap. And it's only conduit because it's a commercial building. And so we had to run new conduit over because we got two doors going out into the shop, and he wanted to switch on both of them to turn the lights on in half the shop because that's where the ice maker is. So if they come out one door, they don't have to go all the way across here to turn the lights on, just if they're going to the ice maker. So I ran a conduit up and over and wire and all that good stuff. And I had Bobby get up on the ladder and work on it so he can learn some electrical too. And I was talking him through it and all. And then when it got all done, finished, made sure they worked. We were closing everything back up. I was putting the faceplate on is all, just a faceplate. The box was already done. The switches were already screwed into the box. All I was putting was a little plastic faceplate on. Mm-hmm. I had Bobby run back to the parts room and where the breaker box is to turn the two breakers back on. And I waited till he got all the way in the parts room where he couldn't see me. And as soon as he clicked them on and the lights came on, I yelled like I was getting electrocuted. And he, all of a sudden, the lights go back off, and he comes running back over to the door of the parts room. He's like, "Wow!" I'm dying laughing, and he's like, "You suck." He said other words too, but it was hilarious.
Oh my goodness! Hello, Farm on Fords. Hello. Welcome in. This guy. LOL, I don't see the StreamYard logo up there. Oh, yeah, it's us. I take the StreamYard logo down and
you
put
can
us.
Do that because we pay for it.
Yeah. We have the paid version, so
we get
to put
cool
our
stuff
logo.
Put our logo up there, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that stupid.
You do know where the flux capacitor is in the
capacitor? Dang, you made it worse. went even further. Capacitator.
Capacitor. Oh my
That's
gosh.
way
I
better.
can't read tonight
Way
either,
better
y'all.
than the incapacitator. I have the incapacitator strapped to my hip right now. The incapacitator.
Oh gosh.
I like that. The incapacitator.
You're using big words tonight, and I can't
Incapacitator.
read.
That's way better. Pew pew. I'm gonna start calling it that. Go get my incapacitator.
Incapacitator. Oh my goodness.
One of them there $5 words. Golly.
There's Tim.
Yes, they can. You charge them things up and don't discharge them, and you tag somebody with them. That's a taser, basically.
There's Tim Mason. Hello, Tim. And Dana, if you're lurking.
And when I was an electrician, when we were in class.
Bluetooth hole puncher.
Yeah. When we were in school learning all this electrical crap in high school,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you're 17, 18 years old in high school and stupid, you do stupid things. Stupid people do stupid things. We would actually take the capacitor and like plug it in and charge it up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then run around like tagging each other with it just because stupid people do stupid things. Yeah, we did all kinds of dumb stuff.
Okay, cool. I'm not used to seeing the live chat on my TV. This is different. We always do,
Right.
like, if we have multiple people that we're watching, we'll put one on the TV and it does the live chat.
Except for that TV's kind of stupid right now. It's
And this TV
pixely.
is, well, yeah, because they probably moved the.
Well, not just that. We need to get one of those the power antennas that Mom has on her back porch. We need to get one and mount up here and run it down here and split it. And all that stuff. That thing works great. I think you missed Tim and Dana.
No, I didn't. I said hi to Tim, and I said, Dana, if you're lurking. Remember? I said that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I remember all of that.
I am so proud of myself. Let me tell you, today is day 9. Day 9 of no bread products and no pop. And let me tell you, it is very hard in the very beginning because you don't realize how much stuff is made with bread products. Like we went to Brahms the other day and I ordered chili with beans. And
well, yeah, I knew it had beans when you said chili.
Anyways, the chili from Brahms, and you know, they give the crackers. You can't have the crackers because they're flour product. And I'm like, what? So I'm doing good. I still eat meat, y'all. I can still have potatoes, but I can't have the potatoes that have the breading around it. So I'm not just I still eat some carbs. But I don't.
It's not a no carbs.
Yeah, it's not a no carbs diet. It's just no breads, no soda. And let me tell you, I've done great. Today's day 9, and I'm doing really great.
And I'm still eating everything that I want to because I'm doing great on that too.
I did a short video on the Facebook page about changing the capacitor on an air conditioner as a potential quick fix. Didn't get any instructions, just said you could potentially fix your AC.
Because those are like that goes out quite a bit. Those are one of the first things we look for, you know.
I don't know, 3/4 of a million views, and people went insane on me. I was like, man, if you can't handle changing a capacitor, wait, God, I said it again.
That thing.
Don't even try to fix anything on your air condition.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there
Thank you.
Should not
try
pork
anything. My son was allergic to corn when he was young. We would be so surprised what all things corn is in some form. Yes. I will never change my diet again because I finally got it the way I like it, and I'm okay with Uh,
We're all gonna die anyway.
any bone marrow, Amy? Ugh, gross. Are you eating meat with bones? No, I am not at all. Nope, not doing it. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited. Like we're on day 53 of inside the gym. I do stuff outside of the gym, but we're 53 days in on the gym, and then I'm on day 2 of exercising with Desi. And let me tell you, I am sore. I am working out um, my core and more of my arms and stuff. Whoo! I couldn't hardly get out of bed earlier because I was like, oh,
I wasn't in
oh,
bed earlier.
yeah. Well, I was
Once I
laying with
got up,
Brinley.
I stayed up
Yeah.
until I go to bed.
I don't eat meat with bones either. I eat meat with a fork. We are all
I've said that for years.
we are all in the process of dying. Yes.
We start dying the moment we're born.
Sweet potatoes are actually not bad for you. They are actually good for you. I've got to make my kale and sweet potato soup in a video. Nice. What is it about a bone you don't like? Inquiring minds want to know. Um, it is just the look and the feel of when I'm eating.
And if your tooth hits that bone, you
Yeah, I get absolutely sick.
it's up here.
It's just I don't like it. I don't like the looks of the meat that comes off the bone. It's just like I don't know. It's just thinking about it is just gross. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I didn't say you're wrong. I said it's up here. There's a lot of people that have a mental break about certain things.
Yeah, I just
It's just
I
a
couldn't.
thing.
I almost threw up when I had to do the eating the meat off the bone for the challenge.
Well, I mean, think
But
about it. There's a lot of people out there that can't handle like throw up, other people's throw up, or the blood and guts and gore and all that good stuff. And then there's other people who are nurses that are fine with it. You know, it's people. Some people can do things, and some people can't. I have no problem with blood and guts and gore and stuff because when you unalive an animal in the woods,
Listen, I
you
was a
have to
CNA
deal with
for.
all that. Yeah, but you weren't like
I know I was a
an
CNA for.
ER nurse where you're dealing
No.
with people coming in,
Yes,
like that.
I was a CNA for many years, and when the patients or the residents got, because in different facilities they call them patients, and other facilities they call them residents. When they started getting sick, I had to mentally get my mind prepared to hear and not get sick myself. It's just when your mom was getting sick, I was just like, okay, I got to talk to myself. Okay, don't do this. You're driving. You're driving. Don't want my car smelling. Where's the whistling colonel? I have no idea. We are eating pork, porterhouse, and cottage cheese with fresh tomatoes. You can keep the cottage cheese. You can have it all. I'll give you my portion. I just don't understand how you can eat meat. It is all literally connected to the bones with connective tissue, and those connective tissues taste good, especially when rendered down in a good soup. I just can't. Hell, I even eat the bones. Oh, gross. That's nasty. That must be Dakota. That has to be Dakota because I know Shayla's the same as me. I know that for a fact. There's Paul Case Farms. Sup? Meat close to the bone sometimes looks bad, but it has a lot of flavor. Sometimes it's hard to get past. Oof, yeah, you can keep that too. Yep. Gore does not bother me. I've seen men turn into pink. Ugh. Wow.
Yep,
and we all know that Amy likes to drink her Dr. Pepper with through a straw, not a stick. And so far, I'm 9 days without soda pop. So there you go. Do you eat bone marrow? Fur that comes off the bone. I have a mason jar to show Chris. Ooh, bone marrow is amazing. What? No cottage cheese? No. You can keep your rotten milk. Um, you can keep my portion. Yep. You and your rotten milk. Eat it all. That's okay. I ain't judging here. More power to you. It's gross. I mean, if I wanted to eat cottage cheese, I'd just leave my milk out on the thing and watch it just curl. Ugh, gross.
And then blend it up.
I like blue cheese, but I'm not eating cottage cheese either. What is that stinky cheese? Is that blue cheese? No. What is that nasty?
Y'all always call it the stinky cheese.
It smells like dirty feet. What? Everything smells like dirty feet. I'm telling you. Is it feta cheese? What is that?
No, you're talking about the one like people put on pizza.
It's okay. Yar just broke. LOL. But we love broken people too. Well, there you go. Little Miss Muffet. Hello, Joe Jacobson. Amy, 9 days without DP. How are things really, Chris? Feta cheese. I've tried cottage cheese for the first time a few months ago. It's so good. I've tried it. Nope. Ain't doing it. Limburger. No, I haven't heard of that. Not even close to the same thing, Amy. Pimento cheese. I like pimento cheese.
The cheese y'all always talked about, stinky cheese, is the one you sprinkle on like pizza or crap. It comes in a can. And you turn the top and you sprinkle it.
Well, there's a cheese too that is. They have it inside salads and stuff, and it just stinks to high heaven. When I worked for Panera, and they had it inside of the salads, it just stank so bad. So bad. I was just like, nope.
Yes,
Parmesan. Yeah, I don't like the smell of Parmesan either.
That's the one y'all always griped about when you called it stinky cheese.
Can you chew gum, Amy? Dr. Pepper gum? I don't chew gum very much because after a while my mouth starts hurting. My jaw just starts hurting. I'm weird, y'all. You can get flavored cottage cheese. No, it's okay.
You can just get chocolate milk and let it go bad, and then you got cottage cheese.
No eats cottage cheese, but won't eat pineapple on a pizza. What's up with that? Hi, brother Troy. I already said hi to you, but yes, I'm gonna say hi again. I ate pineapple slices today, and it was so good. So that's for you, Dale. I ate your portion. I heard if you quit drinking pop, you could lose the last little bit of joy in your life. I've been really good. Do you see me right now? Do you see me right now? I'm okay. Amy, all cheese is curled. I mean, that's literally how you make it. I know, but there's some cheeses that are just disgustingly stinky, and some just smell like nasty feet. And
you're talking about the cottage cheese.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, anyways, the gross cottage cheese. I've tried it because, like I said, I've worked in nursing homes, and I've seen the little ladies, putting their, fruit inside there and doing the salt and pepper and all that other stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. Nope, absolutely not. Y'all can keep it. Nope, ain't doing it. Parmesan is awesome. I won't eat spaghetti without it. You spelled Amy is delirious. But yeah, I won't even drink milk. Like I don't like milk. Now I can have a little bit of cheese, because I love cheese. Like the block cheese, y'all. Like Colby. What is the other one? American. Cheddar, American. Yeah, I can have all that. But when it comes to like the stinky cheeses and milk and stuff like that, I just won't do it. Won't do it. I've tried to eat it with like my mom and dad used to, because I don't like pumpkin pie. I know how you love pumpkin pie. I tried pumpkin pie and drinking milk, and let me tell you, I was so sick. Like, it's disgusting. Yes. Uh, most of us don't like podging. My favorite
It
cheese
smells
is
so bad. You
in
drive
Munster.
past the dispensary, and
Ugh,
it's just like it will kick you in
downtown
the
Bixby.
face. Well, it's everywhere, but man, that it will kick you straight in the face.
Amy needs
Like
carbs.
what
LOL.
the crap?
There's Tina and Eric, Rainy Ridge. Hello, hello. I, I get carbs, y'all. I still eat. I just there's just certain stuff that I don't eat because I right now I'm on the no bread diet and stuff, and um, y'all, Faith is the worst at trying to be like a supportive person. She's got the jokes. She was like the other day when I went to go get tea bags. It's down the bread aisle. And she's like, "Well, you just can't stay away from bread now, can you?"
And
Whatever.
she's walking through. You smell that? That
Smell
smells
that?
amazing.
That smells amazing.
Smell that
Ugh,
bread?
get out of here right now. They grow that stuff right in front of the police station in Stroud. Oh my
They grow that
goodness.
stuff everywhere.
Well, there is Ed at Whistle Stop Homestead. What's up, Colonel? Somebody was asking about you. It doesn't matter if you like pot or not. I can't pass up an opportunity to make a dad joke. LOL. Love the hunting video, Dale. Chris, is Amy on the no Amy diet?
Chris is on the no Amy diet.
Chris is on the no Amy diet. Are you on the no Amy diet? I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna watch your facial features. Quit. Do not blink twice if you need help because you better stop right now. Just proves Oklahoma ain't where we will ever move as long as that stuff is legal there. Oh, it is. Why would someone be asking about me? They were asking where you were, like, because you weren't in chat yet. I think if a person wants to smoke on the herb and he can't grow it himself, there's your sign. You might be too lazy for the stuff. Chris pleads the fifth. He better. Yep.
I ain't saying crap. I'm gonna watch this bird.
The whistling colonel. Do they have somebody on panel?
No, it's just yeah.
Huh.
Occasionally they do that.
Nice. Yeah. Well.
They're talking about women in combat.
Oh.
Yeah, because a long time ago, the only way women could be in the military is nurses, and then it evolved.
I'm gonna have some Kentucky Legend hickory smoked ham on some bread with some Kraft single cheese for supper. There you go. Oklahoma is the first state that made being meat legal. I can smoke a joint and carry a gun, and nobody wants to lock me up for it.
But there is like contingencies. You can't. It's touchy, but there was somebody that came into a pawn shop and tried to use their medical card as their ID for their background check to buy their weapon. And that's just a bad combination.
Well, nowadays, when like the pawn shop that we go to, you can't have a license, like a weed license, and get the background cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, it's legal here. Yeah, try doing that in front of an FBI agent because it's still on a federal level not legal.
Yep, it's still technically federally illegal. Yep, that's right. And so, yeah, they won't let you at the pawn shop we're at, that we go to. So, was somebody screaming?
Yeah, Christopher's tired of the dog.
Oh.
And then as soon as he shut his door, he barked again.
I had a shredded chicken, bacon, and ranch dressing sub along with some tater tots. Ooh. Yeah, if you were a FFL dealer and know someone has the medical card, it is you and your license on the line, not them.
Right.
Oh, man. Let me see that cup over there. I'll show you what I had for dinner.
Plastic cup.
A plastic cup. It's a parfait cup. It had granola and blueberries and strawberries and yogurt. That was delicious, y'all. Mm-hmm. People just get hurry his mouth too much.
Yep.
Are we going till 2? No, we are not, Paul Case. We are not going till 2. Absolutely not. Because I need more than 2 hours of sleep.
If we go anywhere near 2, I'm just gonna stay up till 4.
No.
I ain't going to bed for 2 hours.
Absolutely not.
I'll just stay up.
So 4 then. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Let's see. Why the chat not blowing up? There's Marissa. There's Marissa plus 1. Oh, it was flying just a while ago, Marissa. You missed it. Paul and Dale, heat up the ham and let the cheese melt. OMG. Mm-hmm. I need Dale and Paul Case on the screen.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm calling y'all both out. So when I share the link, I want Paul and Dale up on the screen because y'all are hilarious. Yep.
Tony.
Granola uses flour. Not this one. Paul and wait, let me see. I had homegrown ground beef tacos for supper, and it was awesome. There's Tony, our cabin in the woods. Hello. She needs everyone. Hello, everybody. There's Delighted Acres. Hello. Just stopping by to say, hey, can't stay long. Well, hello. Well, I thought it was pretty funny too. You are, Ed. I got a story. Oh, you got a story? What? I'm ready for story time. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna copy it. I want to hear this story, Paul Case. Let's see. Hello, Smoky Toes. You're never gonna live that down, Marissa. Ever.
No.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta pin that. I got 2 stories. Oh, you got 2 stories, Marissa? You crazy. Never. Yeah. There's Prepper 101. Man, I can't stand when they did this. Hi, Prepper. This one, right here. This one. Hello. Amy, don't want me up there. Oh, whatever, Avid. Let's see, Paul, I'm running low on beef. I got some steers that really need finishing soon. It's just 101. They added the 3. Wow. Mm-hmm. Crazy. I see you down there.
really. I just come up to say hi to Chris.
I bet you did. Now I'm
So-
going to take you down. You
Okay.
had your time. You had
Okay,
your
hi,
time with
Chris.
Chris.
So
Hi.
Yeah, you had
Hi.
your time with Chris.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Sorry. That's fine. Be that way.
I'm just
I know
kidding.
how to. I know.
Y'all get people on the hoop. Let me buy half a cow. Oh my goodness. Ed, you're so crazy. You see, I fired back though. I fired back. He said he was here for Chris. Okay, you had your time with Chris. Goodbye. Hi.
Whoa. Hey, is this thing working?
It is working. I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear, sir. Ed. Oh my
That was
goodness.
quick. That's all I
Yeah,
got
he
to
said he
say.
was just here for Chris, and I said, "Well, you've had your time to say hello to Chris. Goodbye."
Just cut him off just like that, huh? Wow. Wow.
Ed, don't show up when I'm live on Wednesday. I feel cheated. uh,
Mm.
Ed, get back up there. There's Charlene Grady. Hello, Charlene.
I think she's over here too.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. I said hold on, and then I didn't do it. Ed,
Hold on.
crazy.
Only and Charlene Grady are pulling double duty here and this one.
He said, "Don't say hello to Chris, or she'll give you the boot too."
She didn't.
Stop.
I didn't boot him. He booted himself. Oh, look who
Yeah,
wants
but
to
he made it
come
look
back.
like it was your fault.
Look who wants to come back. Uh-huh. Who wants to come back?
He needs a little redemption.
Keep talking crap, man.
What? All I said is I come up to see Chris,
And I said, you had your time with Chris. Goodbye.
and I left.
Wow.
Hold on. Hold on. This girl, this woman, this lady right above me, dog and cottage cheese, the duck bait, the perfect side, and she'll eat curdled mastitis yogurt and call it parfait.
Turtle.
It's the
Say
same
that again.
thing.
And I had your portion of pineapple today too.
Oh, that shit. Yeah, that stuff's disgusting. You about made me curse. Don't bring up that word. Nasty stuff.
Goodness. Yes, and it was the long strips. Yes, delicious. Delicious. I didn't have it on pizza, but I had it by itself, you know.
And by the way, just so you know, I'm finishing off my supper with a half a glass of chocolate milk. Thank you.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's still in milk
It's
form.
It's obviously it came from a brown cow.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. It did.
See, that just proves Dale's not racist. He likes white milk and chocolate milk.
Wow, Dale, Paul, and Ed. What the fudge? LOL, Derek.
Somebody'd have to bring up fudge, wouldn't they?
Oh my goodness.
Was not me.
It was not you this time.
It was not me.
And what did Derek mean by don't show up on Wednesday because he feels
He said,
cheated?
He said you don't come up there when he's live with her on Wednesday, so he feels cheated.
Well, it's because she won't allow anybody. She's mean.
You don't do the open mic thing on Wednesdays because you're only on for an hour. If you brought people up, you would not only be live for an hour. That's one.
See,
well,
so
here's
Derek,
the thing.
it's her fault.
But see, here's the thing. Me and Derek probably went over. I only went live for an hour. And now we've gone over an hour, you know, when we got into our discussions and chatting with the chat, you know, when we first started going together and stuff. So it's been going longer than an hour. But yeah, we not discussed like opening up the panel. So
I was in Adair
What?
I've been
Wednesday,
Adair.
Wednesday and Thursday.
yeah, he was in Adair Wednesday and Thursday.
That's a dang shame right
I've
there.
been in Adair before.
Somebody from the South having to come up to Adair and not calling all their friends and say, "Hey, I'm going by JL's."
Hey,
You
I
know.
didn't get to go by JL's because I was at work.
I
So
said it's a dang shame. You ought to
it
know if
was.
you was
It
working.
absolutely was. Because if I had
What are you guys saying?
downtime,
Isn't that
if I,
like Adair? That's what I say. Adair.
Hey
Over
there.
there.
No,
Come over
Yeah.
here.
no, Adair, not Hey Dare.
Avid, you were not in the basement. Stop.
There ain't no Okie up in here.
Oh my
I ain't no
god.
Okie. I only see
There's a lot of Okies in
just
here.
Okie.
You're right there.
There is.
and that's one thing that kind of irritated me is I didn't get to go any downtime, so I didn't go anywhere like I was wanting to go to JL's and didn't.
Well, I got to tell you, there was a time whenever it was like 10 o'clock or 9:30 one morning, and I told Scott, I said, I'm pretty sure I don't need this hay baler, but the guy run the ad on it, and I called him. He said he'd be home. And Scott's like, why are we going to look at it then? I said, it's in Pryor. And he goes, oh. Yeah, duh. We went and looked at the hay
Adam
baler
said he
and went
was
to
down there,
JL's and
Amy.
went
You
home.
just ignored him.
No. No.
Because it comes up with a little thingy across here that
Yes.
says blah 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 has entered the basement, so you
Mhm.
can't miss them anymore because we have before.
Yeah.
Oh, Avid changed his
It does
channel
get
name.
code down there. Tony, you weren't even down there either. I've
And
been
there's no
waiting to pop in
snacks.
there.
I'm not sure the fudge is cheap there, but I've heard that the best fudge comes from that place.
No, you don't even want to say it, do you?
Goodness.
I ain't
Oh
saying
my
it.
goodness.
Can't say it.
You can get your fudge packed in Uranus, just saying.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Not very holy today.
Don't you love how the color on my camera does? This is one of them good Hewlett Packard laptops. It can't make up its mind. It goes black and white
Your
sometimes.
phone was doing that the
My
other day
phone
outside.
does,
It
yeah.
was like it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know, Paul, because now it's like normal.
Yeah, it just shows a fat, almost bald guy. I don't know what
Whatever.
was.
Oh my god.
No.
Out of you and Dale, when y'all put yourselves down, I just want to get in that computer and be like, listen, stop it right now. Stop
Hey,
it right
I
now.
don't need. You can get all bent out of shape about that, but I have friends that help me with that kind of thing. I got this one just the other day.
Bye. Okay, bye.
And I had a friend of mine sent me this picture, and the caption says, he's a logger. He says, I got hit in the head by a limb and went to the emergency room, and they gave me this Paul Case haircut. I'm like, what? What did I even do? And we're friends. Think about what my enemies do for me.
With friends like that.
Yeah, ain't got no room for enemies.
Did you see what Derek said? Dale just made me belly laugh. It's still jiggling.
Which one? The Dale on my phone or the Dale in that picture?
I have no idea.
Okay, bye.
I got good news today.
Oh, I need some good news.
Well, it's not for you. It was for me, actually. But
If it's good news for you, it's good for me.
I make this Friday. I make my very last payment on that toolbox over there.
Hey.
I paid that sucker off in 7 months.
That's awesome.
That is. That's good.
Yeah. Thank gosh.
So you know how you get those packages?
Gotta go. Troy's here.
Shoot.
You don't think y'all don't think I can miss this conversation, do you?
Dale, I don't get packages. You get
Well,
packages?
I come home and I've kind of been waiting on a certain package for something, but there was two of them there. So there was one of this like sitting there, and I'm like, I come in and I said, "What did you order, my beautiful wife?" And she's like,
Sure you did.
"No, I didn't order anything. You ordered something." I said, "Yes, I did." And I'm pretty sure it's this other package. But I don't know what this thin package is that has something heavy in it. So I come in, I start opening it, I cut it open, and before I take out what's in it, I grabbed my old man eyes and I looked at it and I said, "Well, why does that say Rooster's name but our address?" Rooster, who lives in North Carolina,
Ordering stuff home.
through
Ordered stuff.
Amazon, and he forgot to change his address.
Uh-huh.
So we now have a random remote for like a Fire or a Roku or something like that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I bet he ordered it and forgot to change the address. And
Did you call him and say, "Hey, did you order a?" Oh, and by
Yep.
the way, you're not getting it. You need to do that
And
again.
Mama did, and he said, "Are you kidding me? I was wondering why I didn't get that this afternoon." Because he's so close to the Amazon place, he can order something, and 2 hours later, it shows up at his house.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
right there.
That is funny.
I just heard they're getting ready to open up an Amazon in Tyler, Texas, which is an hour and a half away from me.
Really?
Yeah. And they opened up the brand new Academy Sports right here, brand new, opened. So far, from what I've heard, they've had 50 people in there in the last 3 weeks that it's been open.
Yeah. The Academy Sports in Joplin, Missouri handles a lot of fire sticks, boom sticks, and accessories. And that's the only reason anybody in my family would need to go to a sporting goods store. Just saying.
I won't
Yeah.
go to it. They're overpriced.
Ooh, not that one in Joplin.
They run some specials that seem pretty tempting to me, but I haven't. I don't know if it's an old pew. Can you just call it an old fart and leave it at that or something? I've got a couple
Yeah.
of old ones I like to shoot, and so
I'm telling you, the one that I got last year that I absolutely love is that 20 gauge double barrel. It's just
Derek's getting old. He's going to bed before 9 o'clock.
oh, I'm telling you,
Good night, Derek.
Derek turns into a pumpkin early.
Big time
Well,
early.
He keeps having to work on that Ford tractor. So
Yeah. If he'd have bought a John Deere, he wouldn't have to work on his tractor all the time.
well, if he
bite
bought a John
your
Deere,
tongue.
he
because
wouldn't be.
it get broke down all the time then. So
No,
Well,
because
you-
once they break down, you got to call a dealer out there because they won't even let you work on your own stuff.
Oh,
That's
now.
yeah,
It's like this. What's wrong with it? I don't know. I just went and got the other John Deere and thought I'd let you work on it.
It's 10 here. Derek.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10.
You
Oh,
do not have to take your
But,
John
you
Deere
know-
to a dealer.
since Paul brought it up, the best crop dusting service that you can get is in Uranus.
I did not bring that up at all.
I've heard that.
Oh
Well,
my
you did say
gosh.
old fart, so
Yeah.
fart and crop dusting.
There you go.
There's the segue.
Here's one you probably won't get with any John Deere if you buy a John Deere new. We've got one green tractor in my family, and this is what you start it with. Looks like vice grips, but that's how you hold the key. Mhm.
Dang, I
Oh, it's
better get
green.
up at
It's not a
5.
John Deere.
I've
So-
actually, sorry, Dale. I know you're really not going to like me after this one, but I had to go to John Dealer place to pick up John Dealer tractors. When I finally got them to their destination, they had to pull them off with a crane because they wouldn't start.
That's because they quit shipping them with diesel fuel in them,
No, 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 no.
and they quit charging the air conditioner in them because when they would come into the port, the people that work at the port would set in them and set in the air conditioning and put hours on them, sitting in the seat, listening to the radio. So
Well,
they quit. They had to
you know
quit
what?
shipping them with fuel and stuff in them.
Yeah,
But
Hi,
no, no,
Johnny.
no.
You know what
I didn't get 'em from a port.
excuse is? It's a lie that you tell yourself.
Okay.
No, I didn't get them at a port. I got them from a dealership. They ran perfectly fine, had a half a tank of fuel in each one. When I finally got it 1,200 miles down the road, they wouldn't start again.
Well, you know,
And I even have to put tape over the exhaust.
that would
That's a
happen with
wise
any of
tale.
my tractors because they're barn sour. They like to stay home.
What is it?
When I worked for-
Oliver?
When I worked for another brand, Agco Massey Ferguson White, I used to say that they got homesick
Yeah.
because you would send one out and it would have to come back to the shop. And you would fix it and you would send it out. And like a week later, it'd be back at the shop. The only
Hey,
one worse than that was those orange tractors.
We could run a little quiz on Dakota's question, and I'll tell you, it's not an Oliver, but it is green, and it's not a John Deere. So what is it?
It's green, but it's not an Oliver.
It's green, but it's not an Oliver, and it's not a John Deere.
Can I go?
Dale's like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Me.
I know.
What
Go
is it?
ahead, Dale.
Johnny's
Okay,
in chat.
let's go through green tractors. Deutz.
That's a Dutes. It's a Dutes.
Hi,
Okay.
Johnny.
The first one, Dale.
The first
First
one.
one,
You got
Dale's pretty good.
Johnny.
it.
Something that
I got another question. What other tractor was green that
Johnny
was
got the
not a
first-
John
Johnny
Deere,
got it
an
too.
Oliver, or a Deutz?
old Alice Chalmers.
Bingo. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct, sir.
Yep.
That Dutes that we've got, I'm not sure that it's this way. It's Dakota's tractor. But I did find out that the Bobcat we had that had a Dutes engine in it actually had a timing belt inside the engine. And you need to replace those ever so often. And Lord only knows how many hours the thing had on it. We never had any trouble with it, but we pawned it off. Yeah. It's German. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty well made stuff.
And I was waving at a simple happy life. I was saying hi. I was saying hello. And then, of course, Johnny, Gillum Farms, hello. Hope Miss Christine
I thought he was in the woods.
Well, even in the woods, apparently, you have to quit after dark. So
Derek says, dang it,
In
Derek,
most
keep me here.
states, you do, but
we live in Oklahoma.
Everything's good. Yeah.
Well, if you want to keep it legal, but I mean, what's the fun in that?
Derek, I wish I could come and fix your tractor, come work on it, but
Yeah, I think the same way that Palmetto thinks. Timing
Or
belts are a pain in
Derek's
the.
probably using DeWalt tools with it.
I have traded
I'd like
a
to
lot
work
of
at Yellow's
tractors.
Fault, LOL.
No, it's not, Derek.
it ain't
says
our
he's
fault.
He's got to get up at 5, he says.
Yeah, you better go to bed, brother.
You know what
Yeah.
time I got to go to work tomorrow?
You don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But starting
it's
next week, I do.
Lucy.
They want to start cross training me to go pick up live chickens.
They call it cross training. They called it that, or you did?
No, they do.
Cross training. Yeah.
Because it's a whole different truck and setup
Yep.
and all that crap.
Yep.
And the funny part about it is, all I got to do is drive the damn truck. I don't do nothing else.
Really? Is it
They
the
come-
one with the forklift on the back of it? You haul a
Yep.
donkey? Yeah.
I carry one with the job that I do anyways.
Mhm.
Now, when I go over to live haul, they're already on the farms. And they got drivers. That's all they do is just take them off, throw them on, take them off. And then all I got to do is make sure they're strapped down and drive.
When we first started growing chickens, the catch crew rode in it looked kind of like a cargo box, but it had a camper door on one end that was behind the cab on a semi truck that they pulled their forklift with to load those modules or coops with. And so we never had any trouble with them then, but some of their catchers got mouthy and complained to an insurance company that those boxes didn't have any seat belts in them. And then they started making them take those boxes off those trucks, and they had to get them a van for the catch crew to ride in. And from that moment, we could not get a catch crew and a loader to show up about the same time. One of them would always be an hour later than the other one. And Dad said the only mistake they made was not putting a tow bar on the front of that van and hooking it behind that trailer. Just couldn't. Seemed like we could never get them there at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ed, there's a picture floating around on the internet.
Why is Amy covering up her mouth so she doesn't laugh?
Well, Amy, would you happen to know that picture, and could you show that?
No. If it's the one Ace showed me yesterday, that better not come up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's why you're trying not to laugh.
I really
Why do
don't
I
know.
think that's what the link is that Ace just put in the comments?
Ace, I swear, I'm looking.
Hey, I want to tell you what, there is some incredibly talented drivers that drive chicken trucks. Apparently,
Really, I'm done. You guys are mean. You guys are all mean.
You guys are all mean.
I was going to tell him about the wreck that they had over here, the other side of Neosho somewhere a
Hi,
couple
Mitzi.
days ago. It was a semi truck hauling chickens, and the guy had managed to turn his trailer over somehow, and so the back end of the trailer's laying over here flat in the middle of the road, and his front two wheels of his truck are still on the ground, and it's still hooked together.
Hmm.
How do you do
Dang.
that? He had her twisted pretty good.
Yeah, I would say so.
And there was live chickens out running all over the road.
Hi, Mitzi.
Oh my
Hi, Drop.
goodness. Hi, Drops. Hi, Mitzi DeLuca.
And I'm going to take that a step farther. You guys just talk about, or Paul Meadow or somebody said, you know, the timing belt should be illegal. It should be chains. I'm going to take that a step farther. I don't want either one. I want gears.
Gears were good.
Yep. All right, Ed, come on back. We love you, brother.
I knew that he was leaving the
Gosh.
minute he got up here because I had onions on my last taco.
Gina says that Derek can't play no more. He's got to go to bed.
Right.
Oh, well, good night,
She
Derek.
probably flicked the porch light, told him.
Yeah.
Click,
She
click,
probably
click.
come into the room and flipped off and on the light and said, "It's bedtime. Turn it off."
Whatever you say. F you, Gina.
Fart
Right,
Queen.
Dale? Yep.
She knows a lot about. Yeah.
let's see. I got it. So what is the
They
drawback?
work too well, and they don't like stuff that works. Apparently,
I have had those fail before, but it was because a guy put the oil slinger washer that goes on in front of the gear on the crankshaft on backwards, and the lip of it had got underneath of the timing gear on the camshaft and broke teeth off of it. Sounded like it had rod knocking. And it
You
was
know,
just-
Johnny, you could always join the panel and talk all this tractor talk and stuff. We don't have Jennifer here,
We could.
to put her to sleep.
Well, here in the mountains, one of the best engines when we was building street rods and custom cars was actually a 289 with a gear drive system, because the horsepower to torque ratio was perfect to run these mountains, which is why a lot of moonshiners run that system.
Hello.
300 straight six.
Which
Gear to
is
gear.
it was a very good engine.
yep. You put a 300 inline six with a manual. There's not a whole lot you couldn't do if you really wanted to.
You couldn't go nowhere fast, but you could pull anything you wanted there.
Well, you
Yep.
could, and actually, I had an 81 F-150 with the 306 with the 300 tree, and I would bark the gears. I would bark the tires in all three gears.
Mine was an 82, but it had the 5-speed.
Yeah.
In the floor. It was nice. I like it. I miss it.
Misses their Jeep Cherokees with the 4.0 inline six.
Best thing about that Jeep was the engine. Scrap the rest of it. Put the engine in something better.
Yeah, because usually the Jeep rusted out, but the engine and the drivetrain was still there.
Yeah, I like that engine and tranny combo, but not in that Jeep.
No, I know what Johnny's saying there. He is correct. I mean, all the hot rods all use belt or chain drive.
Yeah.
You took a balanced engine and made it.
Not balanced. Yeah, I agree. That odd cylinder stuff, that 5-cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got 3-cylinder diesels in like the forklifts and light towers and whatnot, but its RPM range is rather narrow.
What
Well,
Grand
I don't
Tour-
know. I have no idea why they would have done it, but some of the old timers around me here was using a straight 8 Buick motor to power sawmills.
Yeah.
And apparently it was an application where you could get a straight 8 Buick motor and put a flat belt pulley right on the crankshaft. And they run them sawmills, a lot of those older sawmill setups.
Straight 8, that thing be longer than a well rope.
Yeah.
It was. And before that, actually, they would actually use like a Model A 4-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exactly what I was going to say, Johnny. That wasn't no 451 and no Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Or maybe,
One guy had told me
you
about
had
his-
some kind of stroked out, bored out, I don't know, to end up with a 451. But
Yeah. But
One guy had told me about his-
351, there was two different types of 351s.
a Windsor and a Cleveland.
Yeah.
Had one of them in a 76 F250.
And basically, the only difference was the push rods and the heads.
Little different port. Yeah, a little different head, little different port.
Right.
One casted in the United States, one casted in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, I had a Cummins motor that should have had a M printed on it somewhere so everybody would have known where it was cast at.
Mexico.
Well, Ford went to the 289 in 1964, but you know where they got the the patent for the 289 from? Studebaker.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's right. Ford had a Windsor, a Cleveland, and a modified.
Yeah.
And the Cleveland is different. Yeah, they're not exactly the same.
Right. Yeah.
But oh, now we're talking. Mach 1. Oh, now Avid's got to bring in 27 hot peppers and no sugar or vinegar. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, that story
Wow.
about a 78 GMC kind of reminds me of something this last week that I endured or
My fault.
profited from, or you just say it however you want to. I was driving Old Freedom, and if y'all ain't, if you don't know who Freedom is, I have a red, white, and blue 1-ton Chevy or GMC. It's a 91 model. I know because I have had to look at the insurance card and the title lately, which is not a good thing for me. So I had delivered a load of wood to Quapaw on my way to church last Wednesday night. And of course, when I got to church, it was light. And when I left, it very much wasn't. I've been having kind of a rough time because I can actually show you these little parts. That is a grommet that is supposed to hold the shift linkage, which is a cable, onto the transmission on an automatic behind a 6.0 liter Chevy. This is what the one looked like that did not work. It's supposed to look like this. And because I'm the resident mechanic and fix all of everything that breaks down somehow, I get called and said, I'm sitting over here at this housing and the van won't shift into drive. I got nothing. You want to hear it? I could hear her hitting that lever from the top to the bottom.
It wasn't my fault.
And so I tailed it over there, lay down on the ground, and drag myself under that van. When I got to the church, something was itching, and I had asphalt in my hair. It's always nice. And I just stuck it back on there. I didn't have no parts to fix it with. Of course, that came off when she got it to the church and parked it, and I had to do it again. But so there's 2 times down that day. And I went to leave the church a little after 8. And we knew the patrolmen were out. They'd had people pulled over all over the place. And I pulled out on the main street in Commerce, and I went about 3 blocks, and they pulled me over. And I'm like, this is the perfect ending to today. It's just perfect, you know. That's what I was thinking. And he comes up there. I pulled away over on the shoulder. He had plenty of room to get around me. He walks up to the right-hand side of my door or truck, and I'm thinking this ain't going to go well because it's hand crank windows. It's old. And I can't even get over there to pop the door open for him or roll the window down. So he opens the door, and junk falls out on the ground. And that's really impressive to a patrolman, I'm sure. And the guy looks at me and says, sir, do you have your license and your registration? So I handed him all the paperwork I had, and he looked at it and handed me my insurance back and took my driver's license and run it like they always do. He come back and opened the door again, picked the same junk up off the ground and put it back in my floorboard. And he said, I pulled you over because you don't have no lights on the back of this truck. I said, really? He said, yeah, you don't have no lights at all on the back of this truck. I said, oh, I better know what it is. I've had it come unplugged before. There's a plug-in back there where if one of them would have had a normal bed on it, that your lights would have plugged in, and that plug-in don't stay together real wonderful. So he said, well, if you really need lights on the back of it before I can let you go, so if you think you can fix them, hop out here and fix them. So the third time, I crawl up under that truck on that old rough gravel on top of asphalt. It's really nice.
Oh yeah. 10
Sure
out
enough,
of 10. Don't recommend.
sure enough, it come unplugged, so I just stuck it back together. And I said, I bet they'll work now. And I went up and turned them on, and he's like, yeah, they work. Man, them ain't very bright, but they work. He says, I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm going to let you go. But did you notice that your tag's been out of date since January of 24? I said, are you serious? Every time I get them notices, I go buy the tag. He said, you might as well know they've quit sending them out unless you buy your tags online. You're not going to get a notice. And I'm like,
What?
For stinking real. And he says, yeah, I get mine through the tribe, and they don't even send out notices anymore. I said, seriously? He said, yeah, you need to get it worked on. You need to see what you can do about getting your tag. I'm like, okay. And he says, have a good evening. He goes back and gets in his car. So I'm headed home, and I'm like, man,
that was a good guy.
This is going to be a mess. Well, he probably had been through Commerce before, and anybody that drives through Commerce would know my name is on 3 signs in Commerce saying I'm the pastor of a church. He just ran my card, right? So I get up on Thursday, and I'm like, I had 2 or 3 other things to do, and then I decided I was going to go to town and make my route to where I could end at Knott's Grocery to get my lunch. And so I'd been through and got parts and this stuff. And I took my title with me because I thought I might have to just give a truck to him at the tag office. And I went in there and I asked him, I said, can you tell me if this vehicle has current registration? And she says, sure. So she takes my insurance card, turns around and sits down at a computer. And I hear this laughing. This thing hadn't been current for a long time. Now, I used to have my dad and I had a fleet of trucks that we used when we was growing chickens. And at one time I had 14 or 15 vehicles on my insurance. So those people at the tag office are pretty used to my family, and we treat them nice because we don't want them to be upset when they're figuring our bill. You got it? So they remember who I am, and I said, that's probably not good. She says, you want to know? I said, yeah, I want to know. And she wrote it down on my insurance card. $241 to get a $25 tag for my truck.
You know, Paul, that's what we pay every year. I pay over that every year for my pickup.
The tag for my truck.
Just to put a current tag on your truck to drive it.
In Oklahoma, anything over 20 years old, you can get a tag for $25. And
here it's called an antique tag. So
well, that's not an antique tag in Oklahoma. That's just a normal registration that's been past 20 years old. And so I'm like, we ain't doing that. Seems to me like it'd be cheaper, I told the lady, if I just sold it to somebody. And she said, yeah, you got any kids? I looked at her and I said, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. So I wrote all of Scott's information in the back of my title and signed it in front of a lady at my bank and went back to the tag office, and I paid him $41 to change that title to somebody else's name. And then I told Scott, I said, oh, by the way, you bought one of my trucks today. He said, really? How much to give for it? I said, $1.
Yeah.
He said, well, that's a pretty good deal. I said, don't think it's too good. You're going to pay to have the title notarized when you sell it back to me in a year.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. $241 to get a $25 tag. And when I talked to them at the tag office about the notifications, that they've confirmed it. If you don't buy your tags online, you're not going to get a notification.
Yeah.
Hi, Bowen.
Hi,
Hey,
Bowen.
brother. How's it going? Well, you know, they outlawed here in West Virginia. You cannot go anymore into the get new tags or anything for a vehicle you just bought. You cannot say that it cannot be on there that you paid $100 for it anymore.
Oh,
because there were so many $100 cars went across their desk and stuff.
In Oklahoma, they'll let you sign an affidavit if you sell it to somebody in your family, and they won't charge you excise taxes on it. They'll still let you do that.
Someone want to take care of that.
The other thing in Oklahoma that they do is they will either accept or reject how much you say you paid for it, no matter what kind of bona fides you have. I bought that silver Chevy pickup that has my cow feeding bed on it at an auction and gave like $6,100 or $6,200 for it. And they told me that it currently assessed for $12,500. And I let them know that their computer that says that it's worth that never seen it. But that's what they charged me excise taxes for.
Yeah. Right.
Hi, Evan. Yeah, the other night, I don't know if you guys seen it, but like it went from Johnny's live to our live last Thursday night, just that troll garbage from one to the other to the other to the other.
It was bad.
And you would see, there it is back again.
Yep. And it was one letter changed in the name.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, Pomoto saying good night. Good night,
Night.
Pomoto.
Night, Pomoto.
I'm dozing off too. Well, I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed, but I guess you can call that dozing off. I don't know. Hey, look at your tags tomorrow and see if they're current.
Right?
Well,
I
can guarantee you mine's not. My inspection sticker ran out 8 years ago.
And now, see, we don't have to have vehicles inspected here.
Me neither.
Well,
About 20 years now.
We do here, but then too is like, all right, well, I got insurance, so I finally got insurance on the truck and everything, get it done, and then turn right around the next month, my tags went dead.
Oh,
it's like, oh crap! But I can't drive the truck because I got to go get a clutch put in it and stuff. So.
Good night, Delighted Acres.
Me trying to get my truck legal again and the way it should be has been a nightmare.
that stinks.
All right. I am fixing to really leave this time, Troy, but I'm going to do a shameless plug. I know that's backwards and you can't read it, but that's my insurance guy.
Oh.
Today,
yeah,
I bought a policy. Anybody ever heard of a policy that has that on it? Can't read it because it's backwards.
No, it's not backwards. It's livestock
Production guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cost me $476 to guarantee that my 15 steer calves will bring at least $3 a pound in January.
Well,
Really?
Yep. He said they sell a lot of those.
Yeah. But since y'all were talking about vehicles, I was known when I joined the Navy and stuff back in the 1990s. I showed up in a 1950 Chrysler Royale with a straight 8 hydromatic transmission and stuff, all original. And I drove it for about about 4 months in there, and the motor locked up on it, and everybody was laughing. Oh yeah, what are you going to get now? I showed up in a 1953 Studebaker pickup truck, and then it was just whenever I pulled in there, everybody's like da 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 da. They were singing the theme song for what was that TV show? Sanford and Sons.
Yeah.
So I was known as the Sanford and Son truck guy.
Man, Bowen, where was my invite?
Burnt ends? Is that from that possum that you said you caught night before
Yeah,
last?
trolls
Hi,
are definitely
Pinky
out at
Penny.
David and Tamra.
Yes. Yes. And they waited till the very end. Like, it's been good till now. Like, y'all all have open invites, he says.
Well, Bowen, whenever Chris and Amy come and visit me, it is a perfect loop around. They can come by, and I'm sure there's more people, but they can stop by and see Goat Days. Come by me and come right down next to you and make a big circle all the way around. And they'll never get more than 15 miles off of the interstate.
I'll be dang. Yeah, so after watching Johnny on the poverty tour, y'all, like, man, I want to go do that next year.
Yeah.
I watched him the other night, and that's the only thing that's popped up on my YouTube on the TV.
You notice that too?
Poverty tour.
Yes.
Poverty tour.
Yes.
Y'all, but it's all been great. I want to do that.
All right, when you come to my house, you'll be shocked. I'd get lost walking that far.
Well, I watched Johnny's, and then I watched actually Dalton's at Pole Barn Garage. That organized it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Dalton's! I laughed so hard watching that.
I love his channel.
He's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But
I'd do a live on a big lake. Anchors are welcome.
Angie.
But Bowen on that lake, you'll probably have to use 2 DeWalts.
Yeah, they're lighter.
Yeah.
Crap, she is here. Tony.
Hey, Angie.
Oh,
I'm ready for another hug.
I tell you what was the coolest thing about what I seen is, like Dalton said best. He's like, just get out your junk and drive it. He's like, well, that's one thing about it, Bo. And that 60-volt battery, you could definitely use that thing as an anchor because that sucker's got to weigh like 150 pounds.
And that's what DeWalt has to do to even get close to Milwaukee is triple their voltage.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about it. I can't afford Milwaukee, and I can't go ghetto like DeWalt, so I'm stuck in the middle with Bosch. So.
A lot of the OEM tools, like if you go to factories and stuff, that's what they use is Bosch.
Yeah.
A lot of like your big tractor factories or implement factories, that's what they use is Bosch.
Yeah.
I saw something that was hilarious the other day. It was a meme, or I guess you could call it a meme. Whatever, we'll call it a meme for now. But it was a trade show, and this guy was putting together his display for what's the lime green looking ones? The Ryobi.
Yeah, Ryobi.
He was selling Ryobi or whatever. But in the picture, you can see he's building this big, Ryobi display for his little trade show, and in his right hand is a Milwaukee drill. I laughed so much. I was like, there you go.
Well, Ryobi is actually they're actually made, and that's actually a DeWalt, but they redone the outside, and it is the same thing. It's what you would get at the bigger stores, because they're like it's kind of like buying a Husqvarna lawnmower. When you go to the bigger stores, like it's not the same as what dang it, I told you, sis, I'm dealing with this. Things not coming out, but
so I'll help you out with that, Troy. That's like people want to say that their John Deere lawnmower they bought at Home Depot
exactly
is a piece of junk. Well, yeah, because that's not a John. Yeah, it's a John Deere on it, but that's not the John Deere mower that you buy when you go to a John Deere.
No, that other company bought the rights to put that name from the company on the side of that.
We have the same problem with like parts houses, and if you go buy like a Honeywell Pro 8000 like nice thermostat, you can find them for X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Well,
at whatever.
Jason.
At whatever.
Hey,
store.
Jason and Tara.
If you get the same one, technically the same one at like a parts house, like where we buy stuff, it's the commercial version versus the residential version.
Right,
and it's the same stat, technically same stat, but it's not the same stat.
Right. Well, you used to be able to go to Sears and buy.
Oh, is that actually you? Okay.
Yes, it is.
I knew that was coming up. He couldn't get away from that.
Oh, so you all bougie over there.
Talk about bougie.
Hot air Tony. Because he says I'm using air, Jason. Oh my goodness.
Ridiculous, y'all.
Ridiculous. Have a good one.
I like the good one, the first one, when she was talking about the lawnmower, the weed eaters that are just mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Go, Johnny, go.
Okay, Amy, you're working out too much now. Just look at that. LOL.
One I was the tailgaters. I was like yelling back at you on the screen. I'm like, yes, that's my sister. I hate to tell
Get off
you.
my tail.
Get off my tail.
Yeah. I don't think I had a trailer back there,
trailer
but
I saw a sticker on a car the other day. It's like, do you follow Jesus this closely?
Yeah, do you follow Jesus?
Yeah.
Pretty soon, Amy's gonna be like the I ain't doing it one. That chick
I
uses
ain't
a
gonna do
filter
it.
like that, and she's like, "Guess what? I ain't doing it."
I ain't doing it.
But I
I
will
had
say
one for
this,
today and I
Amy.
forgot to load it.
Yep. Amy, if y'all
Yeah.
do that to my little girl again, we're going to have
That was hilarious. In faith over there, leave my baby alone.
10 Killer is going to have another.
You leave my baby alone.
And she covered her face so it wouldn't do it to her.
What you don't think about this? She looked more like Faith
With the filter on.
with the filter on.
Yep. I have social hearing issues. So, do you follow Jesus' clothes?
See, I want to do them, but I want to do it without the filter. I mean, I just want it. You know,
Gosh.
I just think it needs to be. You know, bellyache Dale, ranting Dale.
I gotta.
Well, turn your
Ranting
hat
Dale.
around when you do it, Dale. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wear. Yeah, I already got a talking to about that because there's an older one where I went off about some fly traps.
yeah,
I got to talk to about that. Hey, we think that's hilarious, but yeah, don't be wearing your uniform and stuff when you do that.
oh, that reminds me. I gotta go get something, and it's for Dale.
Uh-oh.
You know, this is the first time I've ever been on a live with Dale.
No way.
Yes,
Dale's been
sir.
creeping lately.
I know Dale's been a creeper.
But he
lately.
also was out of town for a while and then
I was.
doing stuff and things.
Johnny's
things
just
and
in the
stuff.
chat. Like, he hasn't been up here.
Do
Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
I ain't gonna lie. I like kept from watching that for so long. That's kind of become a guilty pleasure. Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, Amy's gonna have her little
Well, actually, Dale,
avatar
I
person
can't.
thing is gonna
yeah.
be her.
Dale, I can't find the one right now, really quick, for you, but that I have for you. But this is basically. I gotta open it up.
Oh no.
Same.
Oh no!
That's my
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
Ooh, you're scaring me.
Yeah, but actually, this one's Johnny's, but I got another one for you, Dale, too. But this is a John Deere hat.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But I have one for Dell too.
Cool.
And so
Those are
this-
super cool.
yeah,
Might
this
find
is
out
Johnny's,
more
so
about
it's
poverty.
over there somewhere now. But
Yeah.
Good night, Dink and Tank.
So is the poverty tour gonna be like the Route 66 thing every year? Is it gonna be the same?
I don't know. Johnny could tell us if he was on panel.
Yeah. Yep.
He
I don't know.
could answer all those questions.
I think it'd be kind of cool to pick a different like stretch of road.
Yeah, but like
Each
Derek
time,
said
but-
on his video, he's like, we're gonna come back next year, so maybe you'll come and see all this cool stuff with us.
Right.
You know.
yeah,
And there's so much on 66 that
I
you
can
could
tell you
you
from
could
here.
pick out new stuff Each time, I guess.
I hope Dale's is a Kubota one.
You jerk.
So Troy handles his gifts like Johnny handles the mail.
Pretty much, but I don't have the chicken coop outside to lay it on. So
Right.
Oh,
You know, we got a whole backyard plumb full of pumpkins, and
30
Lisa
feet, in
had
the, 30 feet in the air.
yeah, Lisa had the gall to ask me earlier. She's like, "Do you mind if I cut a couple of them and take to my work?" No, cut like the whole plant.
Yeah. Take as many as you want. Shoot.
good night, Bowen.
That one
Night, Bowen.
flower's
Get
got to
some
be
rest, brother.
25 foot off the ground. That
It
one
is.
flower, I mean, you can see that from the other side of your house. It's so high.
Yeah.
in it.
Guess what? There's more about this big green up there with it now.
Oh no.
Jeez. That is craziness.
Well, you know, the girls cut, I think 17. I think my mom harvested 12. Lisa harvested those 2. And we probably got that many or more still laying out there.
Mhm.
And it's still producing more.
Right. It's not
It's
done
the
yet.
craziest thing I've ever seen.
I haven't been up to see a buddy of mine in a while, which he's known for his pumpkins worldwide.
Whoa! Look at this.
But I know Amy knows him, and actually Johnny came up, and actually his wife was actually showed up on his live one night. Ryan over at Heavenly Hills Homestead.
Yep.
Mm.
And
I've talked to Ryan before.
Yeah, I haven't been up to visit his to see what his pumpkins are like this year, and they're always humongous.
Well, Bowen, you have to use that DeWalt for a pillow because it's dead. Okay,
About all it's good for.
it won't work to turn out a screw or anything.
Oh my god!
That's
So you were asking about Poverty Tour. Poverty Tour next year is the 100th anniversary of Route 66.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So we would like to do down Route
Whoa.
66 again. Hey, Jason.
Oh, no way!
We would like to go down Route 66 again
Right.
because it's the 100. I mean, it's the 100-year anniversary.
Yeah.
But they are thinking about doing. He's thinking about getting his own venue instead of doing the duct tape drags. If he can get it together, where we're traveling to, it'll probably be Tucson again, but it would just be our own thing, and it may be in the spring. We don't know.
This spring?
It may be in the springtime.
Holy moly, man!
Oh,
So we don't know yet. It's still being worked out and stuff like that. It's a little weird watching people around Dalton. There are a lot of hanger-oners, I guess you'd call them, or people who just, are trying to get close to him for this, that, or the other reason, for their channel or whatever.
yeah.
There was a funny instance that happened during that deal because we didn't really say a whole lot. We just, I made a couple of videos about it and then we showed up and stuff like that. But we got there and they said, well, we just need to have the YouTubers, right here or whatever. We just need to have the YouTubers here at this part. We just need to have the YouTubers over here at this deal. We need to just have and I'm like, now what? We just need to have the YouTubers, And So anyway, there's a guy they called Big Mike on
Yep.
there. And Big Mike, he comes up to me and he tells me at this one point, he says, you know, when you're driving and stuff, you need to kind of stay back behind, you know, so and so over here. You need to, you know, it needs to be like this. It needs to go, you know, these are the big YouTube channels up here, and you know, you need to kind of be, you know, back here. I said, oh, really? Huh?
Yeah.
And
Do you know who you're talking to?
so I'm like, okay, well, cool. I said, here's one of my channel stickers. Would you like it? Oh, you got a YouTube channel? I said, oh yeah, I got a little one. And oh, okay. Well, you know, you're a small channel. You need to still be back here. I said, oh, okay. I said, you know those guys that you've got all up here? They don't have the channel I've got.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's like, he looked it up. He looked it up because he didn't believe me. And he goes, holy cow, like 14 million views. Oh, wow. Okay. So then they moved me, you know, from where I was. And I was like, I mean, this shouldn't even be a thing. We should just line up wherever we end up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of some guy coming and telling me that you need to be, you know, back behind. And they told me, they said, okay, you see this one and this one and this one, that you can be anywhere behind, you know, like this truck over here, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. I apologize. I didn't realize we had to. It was really weird. I mean, Dalton himself, very cool. Very cool guy. I don't really think he cared for any of that stuff. It's just that the people that were around him were just trying to call all the shots and, you know, like this, that, and the other. And it was really awkward a lot of times.
You know, I've seen a couple people and seen that they put videos out that they actually got lost.
Oh, yeah.
And
there was a lot of that.
Yeah. What? Y'all had what was it, 100 vehicles there?
Huh?
Y'all had what, 100 vehicles? That was at least.
We started off with 73 vehicles in Joplin, and we lost some, and then we picked up some as we went. So whenever we finally end up getting there, I think we finally end up getting there with around 60 or something like that.
Yeah,
which is still real good. We had some that only made certain legs of the journey and things like that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure we were considered long haulers, because they told us that you only get the banner window if you were in Joplin. Right. So we drove from here to Joplin. Of course, we broke down on the way to Joplin. Yeah. I fixed it in Walmart parking lot, and then we went on. But you know, we got a banner and stuff like that, but they were giving banners to everybody. I mean, people were getting in Globe, Arizona, getting a banner.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. There was one guy that I've seen that had a bus.
Yeah, that's the Folsom Prison bus. And that guy is very cool. Yeah. He drove the entire way, and he did not stay with the group. He pretty much he showed up, he left. He drove the fastest way possible to get from place to place so that he could be at the next meetup point every single time in that bus, so Dalton could use his sound system and stuff like that to make his announcements and stuff.
Well, was that the guy that had all the tools and everything that was setting up every night?
Yeah, and that, you know, we can talk about the tool thing, you know, the people helping people thing all you want. Yeah. But I'm telling you, everybody didn't get help.
Well, yeah,
we didn't get help.
Yeah,
the whole crew just drove off and left us. I had the car up on the jack, and the whole crew just drove off. And it depended who you were. I'm telling you, it depended who you were if you got help.
If you got help,
there was a guy named Eric who showed up. He's Bad Donkey Garage is his channel.
Yep.
And he just started his channel. And Eric, they did, you know, he'll tell you himself, there was a lot of just leaving him on the road. There was one guy that helped him, and but there was a lot of the main group just leaving him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he got lucky. There was a guy that helped him and stuff like that. And I talked to him at the hotel about it. And he said, it's really wild. He said, I thought that, you know, it'd be all for one and one for all. But he said it depended how big your channel was, if you got any help or anything like that. And I said, no, it doesn't even that doesn't even count. It's got to be who you know beforehand. Like I'm telling you, whenever Dalton started his video and there was those cars at his house, those were the guys who got help. Everybody else was just like, hey, see y'all. We'll see you at the next stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good.
So,
Man.
Well, Jason, how are you? How's
I'm
things
alive.
on the ridge?
Well, the ridge is trying to wash away right now.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't no kidding.
Yeah, I've seen the storms and stuff.
It's a good thing we're high up. And we went, 2 weeks ago, I went down to the creek, and you could have walked barefoot and not got your feet wet, but it might have a little bit of water running about now.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Gary?
You know how we can tell it's muzzleloader season here in Oklahoma?
It's raining.
It's raining like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that video I put out today of Lucy and I's first ever hunt, I have never been so wet at a hunt ever. And I mean, I used to follow hounds at night and fall in rivers.
Yeah.
I don't think I got that wet.
That was a good video.
It wasn't that good.
I
think when Johnny and I
you were miserable, so I enjoyed it. So.
You were miserable, so Troy enjoyed it.
Apparently that's
now
what
we know what the
nowadays.
trigger is for Troy to watch our stuff. We got to be very miserable somehow.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Drop
thinking.
a sledgehammer on your foot or something.
Yeah, you're cooking with gasoline, so it's
You know how to make your thumbnail from now on, Dale. It's always got to be worst
It's got to
day
be a
ever.
disaster.
We're all going to sit here like,
Bandage wrapped around your head. It's like, ooh, click it.
okay.
Well, I'm even worse, YouTuber. You know the deal that you put on your hat for your GoPro?
Mm-hmm.
I've lost that sucker. I can't find it nowhere. So I just had to use my phone, while I was out there. And
Did you tape it to your hat?
I got to order a new headband. And so
I remember you saying something about that the other night in your live. Like, where's my?
Where's that?
yeah, and Lisa's like, it's in the bag. So I drive all the way out there with my GoPro bag and stuff. And I dig through the whole thing. It ain't there.
So if anybody knows wants to know what to get Dale or what to send Dale,
Right.
he would like to have a mount for a GoPro that fits on his hat.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I gave ours away. I filmed some stuff the one day to put it on my hat, and Tara come back at me, and I said, you know what? There's another guy that needs it. She told me, don't film for that thing again.
Well, when you're all by yourself hunting, it kind of is important to have.
Oh, that means you hunt. Oh, yes. It sounds good. I watch Johnny do it all the time. It looks like a fun time.
It looks like you watch me. No, you don't watch me do it all the time. I haven't even put out last year's one.
Jason, we live through everybody else.
Yeah, that's it. It's hard to eat venison through the screen, though. I'm just telling you, like,
yeah. Well,
they put all
luckily,
this fancy stuff in the TVs, but it don't taste the same.
I've been told I suck at hunting though, so I'm just gonna I'm going to go along with that.
Yeah, stay with that.
Actually, I'm lucky because my nephews and their dad, they got 3 deer the other day, and they had to call me and ask to borrow my meat grinder. I said, "Well, sure, you're more welcome to anything I have, but it's going to cost you at least 4 pounds of ground venison."
I was gonna say
Dang,
that's
that
just
could be a
tax
lot
on
here.
it, right?
With the use tax.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
here's
show
what I
y'all.
did find when I was doing all the digging. There's 2 SD cards of I don't even know what all's on it, but they're plumb
Uh-oh.
full
Be careful.
of video.
So I'm gonna show y'all a freak, a real freak. Okay, this is a deer
Crap.
that was shot down there where our camp is and stuff like that. But that thing is a freak because look at the body on that guy.
There's nothing to him.
Right.
Nothing to it, but that
95 pounds.
Oh my gosh, looks like a
Gosh.
Greyhound.
Gosh,
What in the
that was
world?
all in.
But what does the rack measure out to?
Oh, I
It's
don't
gotta
know. He's
be
probably
huge.
about 130-inch 8-point,
Yeah.
but man, he was and that. Hey guys, so that was like really a freak. You can take me down now.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I think just intentionally leaving you
That
there.
was weird.
Hey, did you see that? Amy was like, "I'm back. I'm not touching nothing."
I'm
It's
not
all
doing
Chris."
anything. I'm pushing anything because if he kicks him, it ain't my fault.
Well, she couldn't find the button to exit solo, and they keep changing all the crap on StreamYard.
At one point,
But
John
at-
was the whole
At
screen.
the
I didn't have
beginning,
no chat.
at the beginning, we were all enjoying listening to their conversation before they even went live.
She forgot to hit the mute the mic button
Yeah.
while she had the countdown.
Yeah, did they test that deer for CWD?
No, that deer doesn't have it. He was fine. It was just like a freak, I mean, that happens sometimes. I killed one down there. Gosh, let's see what year was 2002. I killed one down there in 2002 that was 14 points and weighed. He had a rack like that, but it was 14 points, and he weighed. I think he weighed 96. I think is what it weighed. And then you'll turn right around and you'll shoot one that'll dress 140 or 150, or something like that. So. No, we didn't test it, belt loop, but I can tell you it didn't have it.
Yeah.
So,
we're having a big problem up here with albino deer, which people that know deer, albinos are not good because it comes from inbreeding and stuff. But they're all over the place up here now.
yeah, I've heard of that. There's some places that have a lot of albino. Wisconsin has a lot of albino deer.
Yeah.
Which it ain't good. That's not good.
Oh,
I guess it's not
he
good.
froze.
Not good, Troy.
Not good.
It's not good, Troy.
Hey,
Don't,
now,
don't
be
talk
back.
about the albinos. It's gonna make you do the whole.
Pokey, pokey.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I guess I'm racist now. So
You start talking about them Caucasian deer, and they just straight up freeze you.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But,
we
But I saw him the other day. I really did. Monday, I saw him. Monday.
you saw the one you're after.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was watching a buck chasing two does on one side of me, and I barely heard something over my right shoulder. Of course, I'm sitting down in a tree stand. It's over here. I'm not, anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, the doe went down through there, and he was behind her, and they just kind of ran off down the mountain. And yeah, he's the one. So if you guys, you're wondering what does Johnny ever get a deer? Well, sometimes I don't. So it's not because I don't have opportunities. I have opportunities for deer every day. But
some people go out and that's their only goal is to, like, if it's brown, it's down. Some people go out because they want the experience to end up with the memory of the harvest.
Right.
And that's kind of what I was talking about from my prairie chicken experience this last weekend.
Right.
Like, I knew there was probably not a chance in the world. I haven't heard anybody harvest one in that area for years.
Yeah.
But it's one of those bucket list things, and I'm like, I want to go try it. You know what I mean? And I need to get in shape anyway, so I just started, let's go try it, and it was more about the experience with my dog. I got a new dog, got to see how it works. I get out, I'm not sitting in the house, you know what I mean? But I did see a lot of quail. I didn't mention that in the video because then you have to go. Everybody's like, well, why didn't you film them? Well, why didn't you shoot them? Well, because it's not quail season yet. That's for like 3 more weeks.
Yeah, that's hard. That's kind of hard on the dog though too.
Yeah.
To run into those quail and stuff like that, and you're not shooting. And so it's like he's looking at you like, what's up?
What do you
You're not doing what you trained me to do, so
yeah, she kind of
Did
looked
you
at
not
me
see
like,
those? I saw them.
Bro.
Why didn't you see them?
what are you doing, Dad?
I did all my stuff. Why didn't you do your thing?
Yeah.
And I know, I'm going to tell you, I know for a fact, and I'm not saying Dale does anything like this or anything, but some people, even though it's not in season, they'll shoot a bird in front of their dog for the dog's sake, not for their sake or anything like that. They'll shoot a bird in front of the dog for the dog's sake. And, I can actually understand that real well because those dogs, if there's no reward to what their work that they're actually doing or anything like that,
right,
then they'll lose interest in that.
Yeah.
And it's just like anything, it's just like us, if there's no reward for what you're doing, New York is probably getting ready to find this out if they vote the way they're going to. If there's no reward for what you're doing, then you're not going to do it anymore.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So you just take that for what it's worth. So,
But that's how everything works nowadays, right? You only do something because there needs to be a reward in it.
Right. There needs to be some kind of, there needs to be a hope. There needs to be a something. There needs to be something for you to,
don't do it just because it's the right thing or it feels good. Like you've got to be rewarded. We were kind of talking about that a little bit on Sergeant's Talk tonight.
It's the me mentality
rules that you find yourself following, even when you don't want to follow them. But it's because everybody says that's the way to do it.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like everybody's jumping off the bridge. Do you jump off the bridge with them?
Yeah.
Right.
But in that dog, the dog can't really be reasoned with or anything like that. Dale can give the dog a treat and stuff like that, but it's not the same as
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So they you know, the old adage is, if you want a bird dog, it takes birds to make a bird dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if you have to buy some birds, and they're your
Yeah.
birds, and you shoot those birds over your dog,
Yeah.
which might not be a bad idea.
Well, so that's kind of the life that Lucy had before she come to me. Was she was a guide dog on one of them, those
Pay to hunt deals.
pay to hunt deals,
Yeah.
and that's part of the reason why she's with me is because, and the more that you learn, if you know much about breeds and stuff, Brittany dogs aren't really, they're not really into like big groups of people or yelling and carrying on and stuff like that. Like they're kind of a one person, they're super happy with like their family, but like they're kind of not like all that. And that was what it was with her. Like if it was a small group that he guided, like it was him and a few other people, that's who he got out because she worked great. But if it was like 8 or 10 people in a group, he said, I quit doing that. And who he guides for, that's what they want to go to. They want to not have as many, but have more big groups. So he's going to German short hair pointer and regular pointer, and he has a male that's pretty go lucky,
Yeah.
But
Huh.
I don't know. I like what I see so far, and she's like really liking being. I think she's accepted being a spoiled rotten in the house
dog.
Did you really think there was going to be another exception?
Man, I didn't know at first, but she caught onto stuff really fast. Like right now, that's why I got up all ago. I'm like, why is it so quiet? Where's she at? She's asleep over in her kennel. We put her in a kennel during the day. It comes bedtime. Mom went to bed, so she just went and curled up in her kennel and waiting for me to shut the door.
Yeah.
But
Good night, Joe.
Night, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
But that's the views. So were you along with them I seen the hole in the wall. Did you see that other, like the Cherokee Falls? I can't remember on your video. Did you go like and see all of that there? Not Cherokee. What was it? Apache Falls?
Now,
on
what's
the property
that?
tour?
Where's it at?
Well,
we went to something on the Salt River.
Okay, then that was it.
Yeah, we went to they called it the falls. Dalton and them, they walked down to the down to the water and stuff like that. Me being a little older, I didn't walk all the way down there. I stayed up, and I put out a meme or a deal about that on my Facebook page the other day about climbing the mountain and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that today, Johnny. That resonates with a lot of us, buddy.
Yeah, it's not. It's it's just different now. So those guys were doing stuff. I'm telling you, JD is a squirrel. I mean, that kid just climbs on top of everything. I mean, he just gets up, climbs on rocks and everything, and he's 14, 15 years old, and everything, and he's always looking for something to climb. Me, I was like looking for somewhere to sit.
Yeah.
So me and Christine went to a nice spot and we sat down and just watched, the river go by and stuff like that. But Globe had been hit hard by flooding. We could see that. There was actually a bunch of businesses where you could see where the driftwood was still bloated, was still up against a building, but they opened up anyway because they don't make any money when they're not open.
Yeah.
So they were in there doing work and stuff. And Globe was really Globe was probably one of the most, accommodating places that we went. We stayed at some really, really nice places. Our car got almost 18 and a half miles per gallon, which is really good for a 455 powered
I was
Wow.
gonna say that was
Yeah.
good.
car.
I wish my Ranger did that.
Well, it's just like the little Jeep with the 6-cylinder and stuff like that. He was getting like 11. Dalton was getting 9. You know, there was a lot of gas stops where we never fueled up. We just kept going because we didn't have to yet. And we got some of the best mileage, I think, on the trip. I couldn't believe it. I was like, because when we left, I told Christine, I said, we'll be lucky to get 10 miles a gallon
Yeah.
out of this thing. So, get ready because we're probably going to be. And she goes, well, that's all right. I like to stop a lot. And I said, yeah, okay. Well, it got such good mileage. She was asking me to stop, because I would just keep cruising.
Right.
Like,
What, Johnny, you got to tell the truth. Christine had to take a leak.
well, yeah.
We're old.
Yeah.
We all have to.
We all have to eventually. But yeah.
Well, you know why you didn't have to stop for gas? Because you had the Smoking the Bandit car, and on that whole movie, I saw.
Yeah,
him
you never see him get gas.
No.
I think in all 3 movies, I saw him put gas in that car once or twice.
The first
In
time
all 3 movies.
the first time's when he met the old gal, right? That
I
was
was
the
going to
first
say
time.
that's when
Yeah.
he
That was the best
hurt.
thing.
He had to stop for gas, and she jumped in trying to avoid
Yeah.
the wedding.
If that
Well,
happened,
no, he was on the highway. The time whenever
Yeah.
she jumped in was whenever he went into the cafe, saw Smokey Buford T. Justice.
Getting
Talk to him for
a
a minute.
Diablo sandwich.
Then the Diablo, the
Can I get
Diablo
a
sandwich and a
Diablo
Dr. Pepper.
in a hurry?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Did you get to meet Derek at Vice Grip Garage?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Did I want to meet Derek at Vice Grip Garage? No. I didn't care.
Okay, help me with this.
I didn't meet Freiberger either. Didn't care.
Yeah.
So I'm not big on going to, up to Pete because. So I was like, Christine met Freiberger. She got a picture with him actually, and it's because somebody asked if she would like somebody to take a picture with him. But Derek at Vice Grip Garage, he was there. I saw him at a distance and stuff like that, but I never went over there.
Too big to.
Did
Well,
what?
it was one of those you were kind of talking about it earlier, where he was just kind of too big of a channel to be untouchable.
No, it's like Poe Barn Garage, which is the one that put this thing together. Those people around him have this. There's kind of like a what do you call it?
A niche.
No, I hate to even say this stuff, but it's like this with all these, super big channels and stuff like that. When I say super big, I mean, they get all the views and stuff like that on all their videos. But like Vice Grip Garage or Pole Barn Garage. Pole Barn Garage is a lot smaller than Vice Grip Garage, by the way, as far as the channel goes. But people have this God complex with them or something. I don't know what it is. They idolize these folks and think that they can do no wrong or anything like that. And I don't have that. So when I say I don't have that, I don't idolize any channels or anything like that for sure. So the going over to them, I didn't really have anything to talk to Vice Grip Garage about, I guess, because, what would I have to say that would even interest him? In nothing. And probably vice versa. and so Freiburger is kind of the same, was the kind of the same deal. Actually, Freiburger, I would have said hello to him if I would have been over there with Christine, but I wasn't. I was trying to help Steve of build season. I was trying to help him to get the personal best that he's ever had in his car, which we got that. See, me and Steve, we had something to work toward together there on that. He wanted to get the personal best in his car, and I wanted to help him get the personal best. As a matter of fact, Steve wouldn't have been able to drag race had we not showed up, because I bought the drag package and he didn't have it, which meant that I had the ticket to drag race, but he did not have one. So what I did was I gave him my drag package so that he could race. And then he, none of them, I'm telling you, none of them guys know nothing about the drag strip. They don't know anything about staging, the correct burnout, tire pressure, et cetera, et cetera. Not a single one, not Dalton, not any of them. So I actually helped Steve with everything, coolant temperature in his engine, air pressure in his tires, burnout length, staging, how deep, it set, all the way through the deal. And he ran a 1229, which it was 4,400. The air was 4,400 feet at that point, because I was looking at the density altitude of the track, and everybody ran. I mean, I was looking at it up around all those guys, and I was going, guys, the track right now is at 4,400 feet. So you got to, and they're like, no, it's not. It's 3,000 something feet. And I said, no, that's how high it is, physically. I'm telling you, the air right now is 4,400 feet.
They don't get it.
They didn't get it.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was just like,
well, you made Paul at Fab Rats video. I seen you on there a couple times, and Paul's the same way. Like, builds stuff all the time. But he's really into the rock crawler scene. He builds hot rods, you know what I mean? But he doesn't have a clue when it comes to drag racing.
Yeah.
Like, he built that Rattle Cat or whatever, that Wildcat with the blower on it and everything. He's the one that ended up winning that's what I was going to ask you. I don't get the burnout deal. Like, what is so cool about the burnout deal? Like, I don't get it.
I'll tell you what, that's a good place to tear all your. It's a good place to destroy everything you've got.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. Like, what is so cool about it? Nothing that I see.
Well, I'm telling you, when every one of those cars come pulling out of that thing, they had torn up quarter panels. Every one of them was spraying coolant out of the front of it because they were overheated. The transmissions, I'm surprised they don't catch on fire out there as hot as those trannies get.
Yeah.
And it was. I was like, this is too much. I mean, they kept going. I mean, I think it was 5 minutes of burnout. And you know what? 5 minutes of high RPM burnouts are, it's like, holy cow.
And those people just sit there and they're sitting there for hours watching that. And it's like, why? You're just watching the same thing over and over. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I got hit by three things while I was up there filming that. I got hit by 2 rocks and a piece of rubber off a tire.
Jeez.
So the tire drops. The tires was the least of it, man. I'm telling you, they were hard on those things. They were so hard on those vehicles, and some of those guys were trying to drive them, like drive home. Me, I can tell you that Trans Am we drove, I bet it never squeaked the tires the entire time we went. I never banged second in it or anything. I just drove it because I told Christine, we've got to get home in this. Because when we go home, we don't know. We're liable to be by ourselves. And but you know what? My brother and them, they kind of went out there and they went to the Grand Canyon. when we went to the duct tape drags, they went to the Grand Canyon, and we thought they were gone. We thought, well, that's last we're going to see of them. Well, then later that night, he calls me and he says, we saw the Grand Canyon. We're on our way back, and we're actually going to follow you guys to go home, which I thought was huge because
that's huge. Well, I was going to ask you if he traveled the whole way. You know, I noticed when you did your brake bleed, you know, your replaced your
That's whenever they met up with us. They met up with
they
us.
did met up with you. I didn't know if they left with you from Joplin and went on the way.
No, they showed up actually that morning, and I said, all right, I need to run down here to O'Reilly's. We just watched the whole crew just drive out of the Walmart parking lot. The one that they ran everybody out, the Walmart that ran everybody out.
Yeah.
That was them leaving there. We went, and I had to buy a master's. Luckily, I was able to order a master cylinder. It got there by noon. We went over to the O'Reilly's, and I did all that stuff in the parking lot right there at O'Reilly's and got us going again. And then we just cannonballed it because, you know, everybody else had hours on us. So we cannonballed it to the Big Texan in Amarillo.
I'm just bored. I was picking on Amy. She was up there. I'm not bored. I honestly, I'm glad that you're talking about it, Johnny, because like you said, there's channels that we watch in the automotive, you know, part of duct tape drags, and how real are they? You know, we all talk about it when we meet each other, and we're like, hey, this is just as real in person as we are on our videos. Right. And to know that a lot of these guys that we watch and follow, like, it's not the same, you know, like Tara and I broke down on the west side of Arkansas, and we had 5 freaking channels show up fighting on who got to tow the truck and who got to tow the camper. And you're talking about they cleared an entire parking lot and didn't care if you were there or not. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But had I been one of the channels that was sitting at Dalton's house when they left, they would have stayed there to the end of time to get me running and stuff. But I wasn't, so I just, you know, it's fine. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with that stuff. I can do it on my own anyway. It don't matter. They're not all rude. Angie put, my question is, why do it again if they're all rude jerks? They're not all rude. You have a few people, like Mike was one of them. Everybody, you know, went on about Mike and stuff like that, but Mike got it in his head that he had to run this deal. I don't know if it's because Dalton told him he wanted some help with it or something like that, but his deal was the big YouTubers need to be up front. Everybody else needs, and Mike, they should have just let people do what they run wherever they were. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if somebody wants to drive by Dalton, you know, somebody else wants to drive near Dalton or something like that, that shouldn't be that big a deal. At one point, we were right behind Dalton for quite a ways. And I found out later that was the wrong thing to do, but, you know, whatever. I'm still here.
And this is the other way I look at that is
still going again.
This is that's a open highway. It's not like a closed.
Right.
Like you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know,
that's correct. And like I said, I enjoyed doing it, and I will do it again. I know a lot more about it now and stuff like that. If you don't have a CB, you should get one so that way you know what everybody's saying about you while you're driving down the highway. And but Dalton and his family, I'm telling you, Jess is the best. His gal Jess, they're going to get married. They're not married yet, but they're getting married. And she is the best. She has become friends with Christine on Facebook. and they're passing gardening tips back and forth now. And so she's really great. She's always, she'll come up and talk to you when everybody else is just ignoring you and everything and stuff like that. She is a really, really good person. And Dalton, he would like to talk to everybody. It's just that he's got so many people pulling him from one place to the next. I don't know, Jason, you might know stuff about stuff like that where people get pulled, other channels and stuff like that. Well, Dalton was getting pulled by other people to where he couldn't talk to, other folks because they were always pulling him away. Let's do it that way.
I think that's the biggest struggle with any channel is you want to go somewhere and you want to be normal. You just, hey, I want to blend in with the crowd. Let me talk to whoever I want to. And, Johnny threw out the obvious. Like, we show up somewhere doing an event. We can't even talk to the people that we want to talk to because you get yanked over to this spot and to this spot. And it really is. It's hard, when you're a normal person. We all put our overalls on the same way every day, right? Yeah. One leg at a time, grab a strap. Oh, wait, untwist this one, put it on, hook it up. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
The other day I asked
Dale's sitting there going, "Oh, I got
to. Shit, did I do like you? You're no different than anybody else.
Oh no, absolutely.
That's what's different about this group and community here that we are. It's completely different than anything else I've ever seen, other than being in the military. Because it is like being in the military. We are all family. And like for Mid-America, I was sitting here and two guys showed up from New York out in my front yard. Didn't know them, met them. They didn't know me. But somebody asked them to drive from New York to West Virginia to pick me up to come out and see all y'all. And the only person I didn't get to meet Dale and Lisa, but everybody right here on this panel, I got to say hey to and shake hands with him.
And with my job the way it is now, it's just I've got to pick and choose where I can go anymore, and what I can do.
Well, 10 Killer, I hope you can make 10 Killer because we will be at 10 Killer.
That's usually when he's on the list.
Yeah, the two guys that came down, they're already planning on. They're going to pick me up again to go to 10 Killer. That's
bring fishing gear because apparently Dakota and his family just was slaying a big catfish. I mean, just I couldn't get over it. I was like, holy, right over there? It's like right over there.
Yeah.
Right next to the boat
get thrown out? Speaking of fishing, did it get thrown out that it was Ryder's birthday today?
I don't know.
Birthday Ryder.
Yep.
I seen it on the Facebooks.
Yeah, it's his birthday's kind of weird.
It's weird.
For the last 3 years, anyway, it's been weird because my dad died the week of Ryder's birthday.
Yeah.
So it kind of ruined his birthday for him because Dad died on the 23rd and his birthday's the 28th. So like that that weekend was the weekend we had Dad's thing. So it's like he don't like his birthday as much as he used to, kind of thing.
I can get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But we still got to throw it out there. I mean, as little as the guy is, we still love him.
Yeah, he's still short. He's a year older and still short.
Yeah. Hey, Ryder's a great guy. I love him and his wife and the kids, especially that his kids like to waller me to death at Mid-America.
Yeah.
And one of Amy's, my favorite video is with me and the kids down. She done a short down next to the lake. and playing with them. I don't know. I don't know who had more fun, me or the kids. I'm sure the kids did, but I did. But
So Dale,
I bet you did.
Dale, I'm hoping you can make the next poverty tour. That would be
I'll try.
really cool. And it doesn't really matter what you drive, you know, it's just being there because it is a blast. You don't have to get into, I mean, there's politics in anything you do. But I tell you what, if you just, there was a lot of people that just peeled out of the group and just went and did their whole, you know, weren't with that line. You know what I'm saying? We did it 2 or 3 times where we just went off and traveled on our own or with a smaller, 2 or 3 cars or something like that and went. And but
some of the stuff that would bother me was from like, and I'm not saying anything about it other than it's just one of them things like when they would make us stop and like that's surely private property that they're all just like.
Oh, you talking about like that abandoned resort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know anything about that. We saw them pull off. We were in the line and I watched them pull off. I mean, it was like right after we were down there at what they called the falls on Salt River. It was like we hadn't gone, 5 miles up the road and they're pulling over again. I'm like, let's just go on. I said, so we went on up the hill. We went on up the mountain and we ran into Buff's garage, broke down again. And so I had some water in the back of my Trans Am that I carried in a jug. I don't know why, as race car stuff, you're always thinking, do I need a bit of water or whatever? So anyway, I had a antifreeze jug full of water and he was overheated. His biggest problem that whole trip was he put this engine in this little Datsun truck, but he didn't understand the TV cable system on a Dodge, how it links to the carburetor and the linkages and stuff like that. It makes them shift right. It makes them do all, there's some transmissions that require the TV cable and everything. That's the reason why I've always liked the turbo 350s and 400s because you don't have to have any of that crap. But anyway, he had that, and he didn't have a TV cable set up, so that truck wouldn't shift. It would be like in high gear, and that was it. Like he'd take off in third, and he would have, or he wouldn't have reverse at times. He wouldn't have. There was so many, and he overheated. Another thing was his fan was this far from that far from the radiator with no shroud.
Oh my God.
So
I'm sorry, drops.
So anyway, but when he got there, they actually ended up having to change the transmission in his truck.
Because he cooked it.
Yeah, he cooked it. And he wouldn't have cooked it had he had it set up right whenever he left. Guys told him along the way, how to make it work right and stuff like that. So whenever he got his new transmission in and drove back, they had it figured out. They had it scienced out. But on the way up, he didn't have any idea what to do with it. But in Buff's defense, we told Buff, we were on the mountain there, and we told Buff we could pull him. We could flat tow him up the mountain. And he said, no, I'm going to drive every foot. I'm going to drive every foot of this. He said, I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah.
So he drove it. He killed it, but he drove it. Let's just
good for him. Like the dude that broke the whole bottom out of his oil pan by hitting
that was Ray. Yeah, Ray. I really like Ray and everything and stuff like that. But I can assure you, he is not going to show up in something like that next year. He is not going to show up. And so I said, You're in a truck. Why is it the lowest vehicle on this trip?
Wasn't it the one that was like chopped it in the middle to shorten it and stuff?
No, it was just an OBS truck with
That
with
had been lowered.
yeah, been way low. He lowered it even more, thinking it'd be cool and stuff like that. But I tell you what, that thing was the pan scrapingest thing, because those LS pans hang way low down in those trucks, and it just, it wasn't a good combination. It really wasn't, and it wasn't even fast. It sounded great though. That thing sounded really, the exhaust sounded really great on that thing, but it was slow and it was low and slow. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. You know, that's kind of the appealing thing to me about it is, like you resurrecting the Trans Am to take, like you said in your video, you would never think about getting in something like that, making that kind of a trip. Everybody's like, well, I can't make that trip. I don't have a brand new vehicle,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I'm like, well, we can't make that trip. We don't have something with like under 100,000 miles or something on it. But we do it all the time. I drive my truck all the time. It has 270,000 miles on it. Like,
I'm gonna go with what Junkyard Diggs says. If it'll make it a mile, it'll make it 10. If it'll make it 10, it'll make it 100. If it'll make it 100, it'll make it 1,000. So that's what I go off of. I was like, what's the worst that could happen? We could be broke down out there and have to, call a wrecker and, maybe get a flight home, from somewhere or something like that. But the experience was so worth it. So worth this. I mean,
I think that's the biggest thing right there. What Johnny said was the experience of doing it. To say that, hey, I did it and now I know more. Like, we go into anything, right? The first time you go into something, you're like, I don't know. We're going to go in, we'll do it, we get done with it. And then you come back and you look at it afterwards and you're like, well, that wasn't so bad. Now I know how to do it better the next time. I take it back to motorcycle riding days. You always take a curve, right? The sign said 25, and you realize you did it at 25. But, well, really, I could have done that at 35. And then next time you come up to it, I could have done it at 45. Like, you did it. Once you did it once, the nerves are out. Now you're confident in being able to run it, and those changes you can make on the next run to do it.
Yeah.
So,
but then you do it at 85, and it's like, oh shit, I can't do that again.
Well, right, you're gonna hit a limit at some point, but why not live life being able to do the things, like live life without regrets?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Don't go to your grave saying, well, I wish I would have done it. Say, hey, I did it. Yeah, there's some changes I would have made if I did it again, but at least I did it.
Right.
That's the
like
thing.
I was talking, like those older vehicles. My oldest son right now, he has, he's my barterer, my seller. Like he can buy what you consider absolute scrap metal, and it's just a gold. Like he always comes out good on whatever he does. And he's got a 93 T100 full-wheel drive Toyota. The engine's bad on it. And so I'm telling my students about it and what he wants for it, and they're like, well, an overhaul kit only costs $300. And I'm like, well, now that you say it like that, that's not very bad. I'm kind of thinking maybe I ought to get it, and then I could film like I did with the Ranger and overhauling another engine and getting it running. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then buy and sell and trade. But
Well,
It's-
see, the thing about it is, we always say that someday we're going to do something. We always say someday.
I can't wait for someday because someday
You-
might not come.
Yeah, you can't wait. Me and Christine realize that so much more now. I mean, I'm almost 61 years old now, and this Trans Am trip, this trip across the country, and that Trans Am, if it hadn't been for poverty trip, it wouldn't even be running right now. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That got me kick-started on it. I got it going and everything, and we did it. We did the whole trip. We did the full thing. I mean, there wasn't anywhere else to go after that. So we're right now. I think that Trans Am, of all the cars that we've got, the car that I would drive if I was, we always talk about I'd drive to California in that right now. If I was to drive to California right now, that would be the car I would want to take because it has a carburetor on it.
Yeah. No electronics.
And the only thing that ever goes on wrong on that HEI is that little bitty module, the HEI module, which there's one at every O'Reilly's you pass. And, so like,
That's where I'm at.
I would be more terrified of driving a fuel injected computer control car to California than I would be to drive a carbureted car like that. Even the manual, I can start it without the starter can be bad and I can still start it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manual trans. So,
That's one thing Dalton always says when he goes on trips with them big cars and he starts them up with the carburetor and he's like, oh, them carburetors, why would you own one of them? And it just fires right up.
yeah.
And I'm like, he has a point. Like, I know of more times that a car won't start or won't run because it's EFI or fuel injected than, you know what I mean, than carbureted. We had problems with carbureted ones.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've done found out a couple times in my life that tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Nope.
Oh,
So
that's
do what you can for yourself and others while you can. And if you live your life for that, you better everybody, not only yourself, but everybody around you.
Yep.
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 Yep. Are you getting tired on
Yep.
us?
Oh man, you mean Chris and Amy are still awake?
Well, Chris is looking a little asleep back there. But
Are you awake?
Yeah. And Amy only yawned once tonight, so we're
No.
good.
No, she just hides
I
it.
hide it
She
really
goes
good.
like this
Like,
and-
you think I'm smiling?
Yeah,
I'm
you
yawning.
think I'm smiling, yawning.
I'm trying to be
Really
nice.
yawning.
Gray hairs. I'm old, y'all.
Oh,
Well, I
see.
noticed before we come on earlier that she made this comment. When I got out of bed earlier, I'm like, that
few
sounded like
minutes
there was
ago.
a nap there.
Yeah.
We don't get those
I-
things.
No, I did not. Okay, listen. I did not get a nap. I was laying in bed because I was hurting. I am sore.
Okay.
And I was laying with Renly. So she was sleeping.
Oh, it's a justified nap.
Well, you know what? All the excuse is just a lie that you tell to yourself.
Yeah. Angie, that's life is short and treat every day as your last, right? And
Yeah.
that's the reason why we're trying to do all the things. Like, I'm not sure, like next year, I'm not sure what car we're going to take. I know whatever it is, it's not running right now.
Well,
So-
I mean, from what we see in the video, it's not like you don't have many others out there to pick from.
Right.
yeah.
You
Well,
got several of them out there.
Well,
I
it
think
depends upon what the
Christine
venue is.
Christine has
Next
done
year,
said
he was talking about
she's driving that.
doing his own venue and not the duct tape drags. And So I was thinking, well, if he's doing his own venue, and they were talking about doing one where they race at his venue, and I thought, well, if it's going to be his venue, I'll race in it. And if we're going to do that, that means we're probably going to put the other 69 GTO together. But if it's just a trip across the country, it might be Christine's 78 Trans Am that's in the shop. It's in our garage. When I say shop, you didn't see it, but it was actually in the same garage that black Trans Am was that I was working on. It's buried under all this piles of boxes, and just there's like deer heads all over it, and just you name it, it's just covered.
Yeah, things that make the world go round.
We haven't
20
seen
years
it
of forgotten mail.
We have not seen that car in probably 20 years.
You know, that's the great thing about it, though, is you do stuff like this, that it brings out the cars that you've held on to. You bought it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You held on to it. And then now you're like, I want to give it purpose. It's giving you something to be able to get out and be like, can I make this car? I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in the car, but will it really make this trip and go do it?
Yeah.
Well, it's just scary. 15 to 20 years ago, when they just started crushing, it seemed like every car under the sun.
Yeah,
You know,
because they got
everybody
paid
did.
for it. But
You know, how many of those type could you have resurrected back in that day?
Oh yeah.
I
I think about the ones that I've hauled to the scrapper.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I've hauled numerous 77, 78 Trans Ams to the scrapper in my life. Numerous.
The comment
and I look back at them and I go, you know, it wasn't that bad. I could have fixed it.
Yeah.
I would love to have my 71 Plymouth GTX back.
But you look at the time that you scrapped those, Johnny. Like, you took them to the scrapyard because you had so much other stuff outside of it going on.
Yeah.
When you look at it now and you're like, what do I have? I have time.
Yeah.
Let me make this car that I really thought that was going to go to the scrapyard. Let me throw a few little parts on it, and you're going to make a 2,000-mile trip on it. Something that you thought, hey, what can I claim out of scrap on it? But can I do something with it? And you have the time now to, can I do something with it?
You know, you keep throwing that time thing around there.
Well, but that's what kills a lot of us is we're on a time crunch of life, right? We get it put on, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't. Why can't you do it? Because you put your own personal limitations and your own personal expectations on it. You know, a lot of people give us shit because we go do cruises. Well, why not? Why not go do a cruise now? Why do I have to wait till I'm, 90 to go do a cruise?
Yeah. We went on a cruise this year. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Jason's actually going to get his first credit card through the cruise line.
Well, I tried and they denied me, so
Did they deny, or did your other half deny it?
No, that whole live your life debt free and don't have any debt, and there's a challenge to that. And when you try to apply for credit after living a debt free life for several years, they're like, oh, you have no credit before. We're not giving you credit now.
Yeah.
And they gave me the big F you, Jaboo.
Well, actually, I'm going through that now, Jason. I've never in my life, I've never had a credit card. I've never got a loan for anything. And come to find out, if you're not in debt, you cannot get anything.
Right.
And so I did get a credit card, and now I'm up. My credit score is up to it's almost 700 now. Hopefully next year it'll be 700 or 800. And tomorrow or next year I will actually be buying, hopefully, my own little homestead stuff. And it's not buying it for me. I'm buying it for my nephews, the three of them. That way they will have something.
I'm on a new goal of getting my credit score to 0. How do I get it to 0?
That's
How
what
do you
I
get your
started
credit
with.
score to 0?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
anything under 700 is frowned upon. So I'm like, all right, well, fine. Challenge accepted. I want you to look at my credit score and it says 0.
Well, that's what mine was
well,
a
you
year
should
ago.
probably get you a credit card and then just default on it.
I've even
It goes down really quick. I hear. So
I filed bankruptcy before and I still can't get a 0. Like now I'm on a hey, hero or 0. I don't want to be the hero. I want to be the 0. Just give me a 0.
What gets me
Gonna
is
be a
better
hero
than-
or a 0. He wants to be the
Zero.
0.
yeah. Don't set your don't go high. Set
Yeah,
level.
no.
Go low. That way
They
you're
told
good.
me a long time ago, hey, everything floats to the top. Right?
In plumbing,
You're
it
either cream of
does.
the crop or you're the shit. Decide which one you want to be. But it's all at the top. So I
Got
didn't
a floater.
floaters are floaters.
Hi,
They're up
Dana.
there. I'm on top of something, damn it.
Yeah. See, that's why me and Jason get along so good, and
Right, Dana.
the military has something to do with it. But
Well, I will tell you, this banker told me one time because we're kind of the same. You know, we don't have like I say that we've got a couple things like the farm payment and but this banker told me I went in and run it and they're like, well, you don't have any credit score. I'm like, well, I've spent 15 years. I've paid cash for everything. I haven't had a loan. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, no credit's worse than bad credit. It'd be better off, like exactly what Johnny said. If you just go get a credit card and not pay on it for a couple months, you'd be better off. I'm like, I don't think I need to bank with you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
yeah,
Yeah, it's that scheme that they get you launched into.
it,
And
it
the debt-free life is it's awesome, right? You don't have a monthly payment, you got to pay to nobody. But if you get into an emergency and you need a bank loan for something, they're like, yeah, it was good knowing you. And I'm like, I'm glad I just spent the last $500,000 through this bank
yeah,
and you won't give me $1.
yeah.
You see all the records, you see everything that's here.
I switched one because of that. And it was because of this place I'm at right now. I
Yeah.
banked with this bank for several years. I went in there to talk to them about getting this place, and they're like, well, you haven't had any loans.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You don't
but you
owe
have
any
all my
money, so
accounts,
we
and I banked with you forever. Like, what's the problem here?
you don't
Well, you
owe us
haven't got any
money.
loans. You don't have any credit history. I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I went down the road to a different one.
Yeah, it's been one of the most
Penalized.
frustrating things.
You get penalized for living within your means.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Society says you have to live outside your means. You need the bigger, the better, you need a loan for everything. But why don't I want to live within my means? I know what I make every month. I know what I can afford. I go buy that when I can afford it, and then I get penalized because I can live within my means.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't
what I'm
want you to
finding
lean
out
on
too.
yourself. They want you to lean on them. And when you don't lean on them, they don't like it.
Yeah.
Right.
I lived 54 years of my life living in my means, and I cannot do anything other than rent from somebody or anything because the banks would not allow me to do
You know, the
borrow
only
money
reason
for
I
a
really
house
want to go get a
or
credit card,
a car or
I want to go get a credit card only for the reason it'll drop my insurance rates on my car.
yeah. And ain't that
But
weird?
the fact that I've paid insurance for the last 40 years doesn't increase my credit score.
Right.
But because I pay everything in cash, my insurance rates are super high.
Yeah. That's why should I go buy a new vehicle when I paid $2,000 cash for the Ford Ranger I drive, and I might put $1,000 a year into it for upkeep, maintenance, and it does the same job as what I would go and borrow $50,000 to $60,000 for a vehicle, and be paying on $500 or $600 a month. So
I won't. I ain't doing it.
no,
I ain't doing it. I'm out.
I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
Me neither. I got my billfold full of cash. That's what matters.
yeah.
See
What if I can get that deuce and a half home from up here in Princeton, 30 miles away, and I think with a deuce and a half I'll be good to go.
Yeah,
You drive that deuce
you
and a half.
froze.
There
Yeah,
he goes.
That's a
he's
good
done
look,
for it.
Troy.
He's talking about that dues and a half, and they're like, "Wait a minute, this guy's old school. We got to drop him off."
yeah.
You know,
Multi-fuel? No, we can't have him.
the thing about it is, you know, for us, we still owe a little bit on our house. We don't owe much. I think our house in 90 acres here, we owe less than I think we're in the 20-something thousand range or something like that. But our we have no vehicle payments whatsoever. And I tell Christine all the time, you can fix a lot of vehicle for how much a payment is a month.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
like that whole Trans Am deal, putting it all together and putting the engine in, all the stuff I did to it, that would have been one car payment.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so you can fix a lot of vehicle for what a car payment is. So get something you can work on, guys, and just drive it.
And I'm
It is.
firm believer.
Hey, Johnny, I'll say this because I love y'all, and you are friends of mine, and I consider you family. I'll give you 25 grand for what you got.
25 grand for what I've got.
Yeah, your house.
And what I've got?
Man.
Everything I've got.
What? No. Oh, crap! I don't know anybody a kingdom in the world that could afford to buy everything you got. Just your house and land that's right there where y'all at. What you owe, I'll pay that and 5 extra grand to get.
Now
Give y'all
figure, he already bid. They already bid to 30K.
30K. He bid 30K.
Now everybody's bidding on it. Now we better hang on to it because you know we gotta have some place to live whenever we,
Wait,
can't do anything.
You can't buy Johnny's property. He's finally gonna have cows in his backyard.
I am. I'm started working on that. I've started
You
actually
can't
closing
buy
it
it
off
now.
so I can do that. So Christine can hear cows from the house here.
That's
Awesome.
But
We
it's
got
good to-
cows.
Yeah, it's a good thing Joey if Joey was in here, Joe fixed for you, we're all done because he's going to outbid us.
Yeah,
He'll outbid you on something.
Joey
he
will
believes
outbid
in.
himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he has.
Exactly.
I've seen it happen.
He'll be the high bidder and he'll bid again.
Yeah.
I saw that on the purple wave. I saw that. I was looking at the bids on this one thing. I was like, wait, there's 3 bids in a row. It's got the same bidder number. Like, somebody don't know what they're doing.
That's Joey. I told him, I said, if me and him ever go to an auction, I said, I'm gonna tie your hands down. I'm gonna put a neck brace on you so you're not nodding.
Right.
I don't know.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
over
what
there
would he do if
traction.
he went to an auction like you? He'd just keep bidding on it.
Yeah, he would just.
I've been there.
Yeah.
He would. He wouldn't even know what's going on. He's like, it just felt good. I had to wave my arm out or something.
Well, that auction where we bought the side by side and stuff, that lady that bought the Thunderbird in there,
Yeah.
she bid against herself like 4 times in a row, and finally the guy standing next to her said, "You have the bid the whole time. No one else is bidding."
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The auctioneer just kept taking her bid. I'm like,
Right.
Wow. Yeah. When that's bad on his part.
yeah.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad
he
auction.
should have told her, you're it right now, etc. But anyway, but yeah, when we got to the duct tape drags, there was actually a guy who from the very beginning, I think the first person that offered to buy our car was Dalton of Pole Barn Garage, and that was as soon as we pulled in. He walked up and I found out that that's Jess's dream car. So he walked up and he offered to buy it right off, and I said, no, it's not for sale. There was a guy that started offering at the first spot, another guy, and by the time we got to California, he was up to $23,000 for it. So when we got to when we got to Tucson, Arizona, he came up and he said, all right, I'm going to give you my final offer. I'll give you, because we drove it the whole way. He was around us the whole time. He said, I'll give you $23K for it. And I told him no. I said, we can't do it. And Christine was like right there, and she said, yeah, you're darn right, we ain't selling that car. Like that. But I gave $1,300 for it. And it was I did some interior work on it a few years ago. Didn't really do anything else to it but some interior work, and that was all. And then this junk motor that I've had that I put in, which that junk motor turned out to be
the junk motor is in it.
primo, baby. Primo.
Only thing, Johnny, you need now, you need the shaker hood piece, and it has 455 on the side of it.
What,
if you
7.4
could
liter?
find, yeah, if you could find an old
it needs to say
originally,
7.4 liter.
Yeah.
TA 7.4.
They even make such thing?
Huh?
Did they even make one that said that on it?
Oh yeah, you can get one that says TA 7.4. Aftermarket, you can get anything you want pretty much.
But you would need one of the original ones.
Well, yeah, the original ones would just said 455 HO or something like that on them.
Yeah.
But these cars are the leader cars. These are the ones that came out, had the leader on them. So
yeah,
I'd have to put 7.4 on it. But anyway, man, I tell you what, that was so much fun. And if you guys ever get a chance to do something like that, you should. And Dale, I hope you do. That'd be great. Because you've talked about it a few times.
Yep.
And just save up your time and stuff like that. You'll have to take a little vacation. I tell you, we did it. We did the whole trip in 7 days. We left on a Sunday and we got home on a Sunday. So if you can take 5 days off work, a week off work, you can do it in the time frame that we had. And the way they did it was actually, what was it? Columbus Day was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there was already a vacation day in there.
If people were off for Columbus Day, that was one more day that so Christine only had to take 4 days off for us to do that.
Here's what's real sad is I had this last year I had 90 hours of vacation.
Yeah.
I used 2.
Wow. You used
That's
2
all I could use.
hours?
2 hours out of the 90.
Did you lose it or did you bank it?
No, I lose it. At the end of the year, it's gone.
Holy cow, I'd be burning that stuff. I'd be burning it like,
Yeah.
be just.
You're way too over dedicated, Dale.
Yeah. Well,
Who's
Dale's
going to teach the kids?
Dale's kind of like a John Deere. You hope it works, but it don't work, and then you lose everything at the end. So
Golly, dang, Troy.
Ouch.
You hope it works, but when it don't, you lose everything.
Man,
Yeah,
I think I'm
just say, "I love you, brother." You know that.
Oh,
I love
man.
you, but man, you don't work.
Yes, Tony. I see Tony out there in the chat. Yes, something to think about, Tony. I was thinking about you too on that deal. And because Tony's big gearhead. I mean, he loves
is a
it.
big gearhead.
He is. He loves it. So
He was. Wasn't Angie talking about a Mustang they got in the garage?
Yeah, but they have bad knees, she said.
I found out. Today I found a '73 Mustang convertible for sale here in Oklahoma for $1,500. So I was thinking about you, Tony, for your
Man, there is all kinds of
parts
vehicles in
for your
Oklahoma.
car.
Well, you know who has a perfect car that would be great for it next year?
Who's that?
Mr. Chris. Sitting
Keeps
beside
talking about
Amy.
The Beast.
The Mustang.
Oh, the
No,
Mustang.
I got that 72 Mustang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy brought one, and he did the first leg of the trip. He did the Oklahoma leg, I guess you'd call it, and then he was out. You might have seen it in one of the videos. It was blue. But he did the first part, I think. I would need to find something to run that trip. Yeah, just anything, Tony. You can pick stuff up off Facebook Marketplace, get it running, and if it's got a carburetor, and you can make it.
Yeah. I would love to do that if it was closer, but I would have to find an old Studebaker. Because
An old Studebaker.
Yeah, because
remember, you've got to drive it all that way, and even though it makes it, it needs to be comfortable enough to make it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There was a guy who drove a Jeep CJ5 the entire way.
Was that the guy that was pulling the camper?
Well,
No, that was the guy that went, and his next video was a chiropractor commercial.
Oh my!
Yeah, because he was tall.
I was talking to him. He, when we first took off, and he looked at me, and I said, "We've got some CJ5s." He said, "You need some CJ7s." I said, "Yeah, but we've got 5s." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "You're tall like me. These aren't very good for tall guys." And I said, "Right." And then he drove it, and he was going to pull a camper a pop-up the entire way. Well, he lost that pop-up in Oklahoma because he figured out he wasn't going to be able to make it the entire way pulling a pop-up with a CJ5.
Yeah. That
So
was
he
the
left
guy.
it in Oklahoma. He ended up buying a Winnebago in Tucson. And he pulled that CJ5 back with a $1,500 Winnebago that he bought in Tucson, Arizona.
No way.
Yes, he bought an old Winnebago that hadn't been driven in 100 years, and they drove it back pulling this Jeep. But the reason being is because the Jeep liked to beat him to death. I mean, that you just getting there is fine, but man, just kind of make sure it's a little comfortable because that's a lot of seat time, man.
Right.
I loved because you did have it like when you were talking to him, and he said that for the doors, he said
Yeah.
every time you get in it, you get an enema every time.
Yeah, that door latch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. But yeah, he was a trooper though. He went the whole way in that deal, and I was glad he found him a Winnebago to pull back with, and he made it. He made it all the way home. Crazy.
Jeez.
So
That's nuts.
yeah, an old square Winnebago.
I was telling Josh when we met up with Josh, and I know I've told some of you guys this story. I had this student that like 2 days before he was gonna pull a camper 4 hours up here to be part of my program, he had this 6'4" F350 single cab 4-wheel drive, and the engine laid down on it 2 days before they were going to come up here and pull this like 35-foot, camper, kind of like Jason and Tara's Puma, and he just decides that day when it lays down that evening, oh, there's a 5.9 sitting over there in the corner, and 5.9 come and swap this thing. The next day, drove it to work the next day. That evening, come home, hooked it up to that camper, loaded his wife and 1-month-old baby in it, and took off 4 hours away with that truck. I'm like, you have guts that I would not have.
You are Johnny Gillum. That's what it
Sounds like an adventure to me.
Yeah.
Hey, while you guys are on here, I got Jason and I got Dale here and everything and everybody else, but Jason, Dale, on Thursday night I won't be live.
Okay.
So I won't be anywhere where there's any service. I'll be down at deer camp.
As long as it's not pouring rain again.
It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be actually nice on Thursday. So I'll be down there through the weekend. The only reason I came home is because the wind's blowing like 25, 30 miles an hour, and it rained all day today.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be out of pocket. So,
okay,
just letting you know.
Okay.
Well, might try to cover.
I'll put a post up, and you guys, if y'all want, however you guys want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah. I know for me, I won't. Kind of like here lately, I won't be able because I'm not leaving work till 4:45 or after. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll pull it up. We'll come up early, and then we'll throw you and Christine out there, Johnny.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I was just letting y'all know because you're here right now.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I knew we weren't going to be able to do it, and
There you go.
so anyway, that'd be great. Thanks.
Somebody in our group actually has to hunt, so
Make sure you film it and then put it out
I'm
next
actually
year.
filming right now. Believe it or not, I have a whole hunting video from last year.
Chopped liver over
and I
here.
actually got stuff.
I went hunting this last weekend, and I put out the video today.
Yeah, but that's you, Dale.
I just have to throw it out there out of pure jealousy that either one of you two get to hunt. I bought all this acreage. I've done all this.
What was it he was just saying about, you got to just take the time to do
do it because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it on my
Yeah.
phone. It seems more efficient.
Tell Tara that you need to take a couple hours off to go hunting.
Yeah.
Well, I
You know
tried.
what, Johnny?
I
You know
tried
what?
to
I got your phone number. I'm gonna let you call my wife and tell me.
Sounds like you might have to travel to go hunting. You might have to just
I just
leave to go hunting. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna have to go to damn Oklahoma.
Damn Oklahoma.
And we're just gonna hunt in Oklahoma. Don't worry about our land in Arkansas. They're feeder deer. But they're pretty. We get to watch them.
They're pets.
Oh, is that the problem?
Yeah.
Is that the problem?
Yeah,
They're
he's
too
got
pretty
pet
to
deer.
shoot?
I guess. I don't know.
He's got pet deer.
Oh, he's got pet deer.
That's got to be an Arkansas thing because we don't have pet deer around here. We have dinner.
Mhm.
I
Well,
got
I offered to somebody a hunting trip and even sent them the regulations and the
Hey,
deer tags.
Since
I'm
we know
just
you're
waiting
talking
for
about
them to
me,
show up.
I'll just answer that right quick. Why would I drive 15 hours one way when I can walk 15 minutes that way?
Well, that's easy. Y'all would get to see me.
There you go.
But I'm not shooting deer to see them. I'm shooting deer to eat them, and they're right
Well,
there.
I mean, you're pretty, Troy, but we don't want to shoot you.
Yeah.
Whoa!
What? And well, then look, is Jason there? Jason was only 40 miles away from me, and only 3 miles from the deer camp or from the fish camp. Did I hear anything from it? No, I had to see it on live. Hey,
Yeah.
they're here.
See,
Andy,
what had happened
that's not
was,
my deer. I didn't shoot that deer.
well, yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta get off of here so I can get some sleep.
Well,
Cause
Yeah.
4:30
Hold
comes
on.
really quick.
Hold on.
Hold on, 4:30 comes really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love all y'all guys. And
Yeah.
y'all being
appreciate
part
all
of my
y'all.
life is just a pleasure in so many ways. And so
I appreciate all y'all coming up here. It's like the old times when I first started. This bunch right here. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. We were missing Tony.
Yeah.
Jill
I
said,
think-
nope, you call me old. I'm out.
Yeah. Y'all got to remember the first time I ever went live on Join Somebody's Live was Amy and Chris, and it was Johnny and Tony.
Yep.
mhm.
And then it
It
just went all to hell from there.
We get that a lot.
I know.
I swung in here real quick, and then it just went straight to crap.
Well, it was all good when it was Amy, and then Chris showed up. And then we're
Yeah.
like,
And then it was
All right.
over for me. Everybody's here for Chris.
And then I spent half the night trying to watch Sergeant talk, and my phone's stupid.
Yeah, he did. He
I
tried.
spent half the first 45 minutes of our live watching yours usually,
Mhm.
yeah,
or at least like commenting and stuff.
we appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, good night, guys.
Yeah,
Love
Right,
you guys.
I'm heading out there too. I think if I can figure out how to get out of here.
push the button.
Push the red. There you go.
There you go.
They got it. Oh,
You
man.
got it.
Bye.
All right,
Thanks
we'll
for
see y'all.
coming up. Bye. Good night, everyone.